Good morning and welcome to SAFC Fan TV. What is the last day of the season, where we should have really been having our celebratory promotion party, playing Northampton at home, big party atmosphere, but in true Sunderland fashion, playoffs is what it's going to be. So we're here for the game, Sunderland versus Northampton Town. With myself, Philly, we have super sexy Michael Bowers. Michael, have you had a good day so far? Have you had your breakfast?
Michael? Three, two, one.
Trying to. There we go. I finally unmuted myself. Yes, I had a nice full fry up this morning for breakfast. Nice and content. All the pre-match fuel needed, so sorted.
Nice one. Full fry up. Why does that not surprise me, Michael? Joining us down south, Jacob down in North London. Have you had a good morning? Have you had a good breakfast? A good hearty breakfast?
Yeah, good solid breakfast, mate. Not long ago, literally just rolled out of bed, to be honest. It's nice to have a game early doors for a change, to be honest, on a live stream.
Not so good when you're working late at night having an
early
kickoff. And joining us before kickoff, we have Jack Shields. Hi, Jack. How's your morning gone so far?
Hi, Phil. Definitely no fry up for me. I'm not a breakfast person at all. I think I get chewed watching Sunderland. I want to spew up, sometimes watching Sunderland anyway. After that, we're full fry up minutes. But no, I'm good. Looking forward to the game. It's weird, like discussing the game on the morning. It seems like it's a really early kickoff. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
It's like a dream, is what it is. It's just like a dream. Right. Before we go any further, we do want to give a shout out and say a big thank you to the One Football app, our new sponsors on the channel. Fantastic app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you can download it for free. The description is down below. The link down below in our description. All the latest up-to-the-minute news on your football team and all football teams on there. The live scores as they come in, transfer news, transfer rumours. Absolutely superb app. Loads of detail on there. We're all using it. So if you haven't got it yet, just download it. Like we said, the link is in the description. And once again, thanks very much to One Football, our sponsors of the channel. So thanks to them for that. Right then, fellas. The team has been released. Strong lineup. We've had the discussion of was he going to rest players? Any risk any injuries and stuff like that for playoffs. And it's a fairly strong team. We think we've got the lineup. We'll start with you, Jack. What do you think of the team?
Yeah, I'm pleased with it, Phil, to be honest, because I know where fans are coming from in the sense that this game doesn't really have anything riding on it. We've already we have already secured our place in the playoffs. And no one was really bothered about who we played in essence. So, use this opportunity as a chance to get a few of the young lads. But I don't agree with that. I think play your strongest starting 11, and that looks like pretty much. I mean, yeah, there's no Aidan McGeady in, but I think that's more of a probably fitness issue. But other than McGeady, I think that's pretty much close to our first choice starting 11 these days, isn't it? So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm pleased to see Luke O'Nien further forward. I'm not a huge Luke O'Nien fan anyway, but I think it looks like he's playing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like he's playing centre mid. I think today, so that's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to
it. Yeah, fair dues. Jacob, what do you think of the team? It's a strong lineup. Do you agree with him doing that?
Personally, I would have liked to have seen Johnson maybe rest one or two key men from the side. I mean, looking at it though, it is a very strong team, but I think he is taking into account that he'll want these players to finish the league campaign on a high and give them a load of confidence going into the playoff games. Disappointed for Ross Stewart not making the squad today. Apparently there's an injury in there, because I thought he was absolutely brilliant down at Plymouth last week. But overall, it's more or less, I think, the same system we played with down at Plymouth the other week with the 4-2-3-1 with Power and Scowen sitting in front of the back four and Gooch staying in the number 10 role. But the main difference being our top goal scorer, Charlie White, coming back in up front. Hopefully he can add to his goal tally, which I think he's on 25 league goals so far this season, which I think he'll be hoping to bag a few more today, considering we're playing against the side who've already been relegated. But decent team, Philly. Excited to see how the game pans out this afternoon, and hopefully a decent performance before those two big playoff games.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I'm a little bit shocked to see Wyke in there, because he has had an injury, and I would have thought he would have, put him on the bench and maybe give him a little run out. But I mean, he knows best. He must be fit to stick him on there. Just before we come to you, Michael, quickly remind you that we are live, which means the live chat is available too if you want to contribute during the course of the day. We've got to give a shout out to James Woodmass already on there, Joseph Melvin, Thin SAFC, friend of the show, on there, Jacob SAFC as well, Michael Fish, the weatherman, is with us. Decent weather we've got for it today as well. Scrolling down there, we also would like to give a shout to National Radio Coventry. Says, come on, you lot, need you to win the playoff final so they can come up and meet us. And Terry the Mad Mistake, play up Sky Blues, as what he says on there as well. We want to say also, get well soon, Terry. Terry's feeling a little bit under the weather, which why he's not doing a stream today, but hopefully we will keep you entertained. And if you want a bit of singing, I'm sure, I was going to say Michael Bowers will entertain you with the singing, and
yes,
right on cue, he disappears. So we will ask Michael about the scene when he returns. What about well, I'll tell you what, we'll go through the Northampton team lineup why we're here. There's his in goal. They've got Jonathan Mitchell, Sam Hoskins, Lloyd Jones is their captain, Fraser Horsfall, Michael Harriman, Sean McWilliams, Bryn Morris, Ryan Watson, Mark Marshall, Danny Rose. Danny Rose is playing for Northampton Town.
It's not the one you think.
How could that be? I mean, that can't be right. That's got to be a mistake. Danny Rose and Mikkel Miller. So none of those names are familiar to me. Well, Danny Rose is, of course, great player. But none of them are familiar to me. Jacob, do you recognise any of them?
Yeah, Mark Marshall, who's in their front three today, Philly, I used to watch down the road play for Barnet. So that's the only name that I know in the Northampton starting 11.
Was he any good for Barnet?
Yeah,
was he?
Very quick, very skillful, and had an eye for goal as well. But I'm not sure he's the same player as what he was 10 years ago. So, but I think he'll add a lot of pace to their side this afternoon.
10 years ago, he's getting on a bit then. He's an old timer like me.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Jack, do you recognise any of those names in the Northampton team?
Nah, not really, Philly. I don't really. I mean, like you say, you mentioned Danny Rose. I think it's a different one. Yeah, it's definitely not the Danny Rose that's used to play for Sunderland and Spurs in the Premier League. But I mean, I think Northampton. It's a strange one, really, because Northampton are already down now. They could go two ways. They could say we're not really bothered, or they could say let's have a go. You know what I mean? We're already down. Let's give it a good go. But I think in a team that's bottom of the league, you shouldn't really be looking to their team too much. I think if we play well today, we get everything right on our side, I think we should be getting the 3 points. I know it might come across as a little bit arrogant, but
I was just going to say,
if we're wanting to get promoted, Philly, we shouldn't really be concerned about Northampton. We should say, right, go in, do our jobs, and get the 3 points.
Yeah, matey, you're spot on. You're dead right. You're arrogant, but you're dead right. On the chat, very quickly, the Mad Mistake is in there. Hi, Terry. So, as we say, get well soon, mate. Get yourself in bed with some lemsip or something like that, and you enjoy the match. Not that the match is going to make you feel any better, I would imagine. He's returned. Michael has returned. He's put another 50p in his meter. We've asked about the team. Michael, what do you think? Is a strong lineup? Do you agree with that, or would you have rested people?
I would have. It's definitely a stronger lineup than I would have gone with. I think the likes of Wyke I wouldn't have played. I'm actually quite surprised he's in the lineup. I think it's a bit harsh on Ross Stewart, who had a very good game, I thought, last week against Plymouth, and it's a bit harsh on him to have been dropped. But I mean,
injury apparently.
Sorry,
injury apparently. according to Twitter.
Well, okay, fair enough.
That's to be an injury, I would have thought.
Obviously, I know we were debating on the formation. According to the stream that I've got on here, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation, which was about right. What we guessed it was. Regardless, I think but the way you look at it is Johnson's probably looked at this game and thought, no, let's get some momentum. Let's get some momentum ahead of the playoffs. Hopefully, we can get a nice, comfortable 3 points today. And like I keep saying over and over again, I think we need to keep a clean sheet as well. Obviously, on paper, we should be able to do that today. But you know what we're like. I mean, Northampton have scored the joint fewest goals of League One this season, along with Bristol Rovers, in scoring 40 goals. Their defence compared to teams around them isn't as bad. But when you look at it, we should have enough. Okay, maybe Jack does sound arrogant, in which case I'm going to sound even more arrogant. We should have enough to brush these aside fairly comfortably if we're at it.
Right, fair enough. We've got to give a shout out to John Swinney, who watches down in New Zealand. Thanks for I was going to say getting up early, but it's probably more like tea time around where you are, I would imagine. So John Swinney says he's watching in bed too, Terry. So John Swinney and Terry in bed together. Well done, watching the match there. Right then, we'll talk about the playoffs as well. It's come out this week that the playoff final may not be held at Wembley. If they're going to have the Champions League final, which will be played on the Saturday, that I think we're due to play ours on the Sunday. So if they play the playoff final, the Champions League final, at Wembley, our game is going to get moved to another venue. Good thing or bad thing, Jacob?
You know what, Phil? I'd embrace it, to be honest. I could do with a change of scenery for a big Sunderland game, to be honest, which will decide either us winning something or going up. I mean, obviously, I know we won at Wembley already this season, but our record before that, abysmal. So, listen, but didn't they? I'm sure they used to have playoff finals at Old Trafford for League 1 and 2 a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if it's... Someone will have to maybe correct me on that on the live comments.
No,
but
I think they've had. Of course, the FA Cup semi-final when we played Millwall in '94 or something. That was at Old Trafford. Yes,
they did. They did do, I think, one playoff final. Well, a couple of them actually. Remember the Olympics 2012. I'm nearly sure that I'm nearly sure that one of what I think recalled Peterborough winning a playoff final at Old Trafford that year, 2012. I think a couple of them were played there at Old Trafford when I think Wembley was being used as part of the Olympics. I think it might have been the Champions League final, but there's definitely been a year where a couple of them were held at Old Trafford.
Yeah. So you're saying it's a good thing, Jacob? You reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I'd embrace it, to be honest. I mean, even because obviously if it goes ahead with the Champions League final being at Wembley, I think the FA won't want a large set of supporters all in. I mean, you could look at London stadiums like the Emirates, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to host a playoff final, but I think they wouldn't want a vast amount of supporters in the capital city for two big finals on one weekend. So listen, if it goes to the likes of, say, Anfield could be a possibility, Old Trafford, the Etihad Stadium as well. Listen, I'd look forward to it, to be honest.
I think Old Trafford would be the likely one. I would have thought it's 70,000 plus in it. So I would have thought. Jack, you know, would you embrace that the final not being at Wembley? I mean, bearing in mind Wembley's not been lucky for us, but we've just broken the Wembley hoodoo anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, I think a lot was made of the Wembley thing, wasn't it? But we kind of smashed that when we won, and now fans can't say, "Oh, I hate Wembley," or we always lose there, because we have won there. And I think a lot of the time the fans enjoyed the before the match at Wembley down London, whether we're in Trafalgar Square or Covent Garden or wherever. But with social distancing now, I know we're kind of coming out of the lockdown, but it is still going to be restricted, isn't it? And there's not going to be as many fans there. And I think the novelty of Wembley has worn off slightly. When you go 3 or 4 times in a couple of years, I'm the same as Jacob. The novelty does wear off a little bit. And I think also feeling logistically, I think if Sunderland and Blackpool play each other, it seems a bit daft to make 2 northern sets of supporters go all the way down to Wembley when you've got a venue like Old Trafford that you can go to probably a little bit easier and cheaper, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, I think get behind it. I'd have no problem with us playing a playoff final at Old Trafford. I mean, Just we've got to get there first, though. Let's not forget.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there you go. There you go. Sunderland, because the massive are sick of going to Wembley because we go that many times now. Hey, have you heard us? Michael, would you embrace it not being in Wembley and a neutral ground, a different ground? In 3, 2,
1.
And away we go. Oh, maybe a 5 count next time.
Oh, is this me? Sorry. Yeah, I didn't hear it properly. But regardless, as long as we win the playoffs, I couldn't give two monkeys where it's being played at, to be honest. The Wembley thing, like Jack said, we'll this season, so there's no way to go there and win again if we got to the final. But I guess it depends. But hey, let's move it to St. James's Park, because a lot of people have said we always tend to win there.
Good record there.
Why not go?
Never lost there in a while.
Castle's ground for it. Imagine that. But regardless, though, I think Jacob's a bit against the idea.
No,
exactly, Jack. No. Exactly, Jack. Come on, Jacob. What a good record of St. James.
Yeah, but it's a different situation we're in now, to be honest. And I couldn't handle the fact of getting slated by a load of mags if we came out with defeat at St. James's Park in a playoff final.
Doesn't
to
matter,
be honest,
Jacob. Stop ruining it, man. Yeah, I do actually, to be fair, I kind of get where Jacob's coming from, because if we played the playoff final at St. James's and lost there, then you wouldn't be able to bear it. But regardless, I'm just bothered that we win the playoffs. I'm not, as long as we win them, I don't care where it's played. I'm
surprised, Jacob, that you'd prefer a different venue. I mean, Wembley's on your doorstep, and you could. Do you not enjoy it? I mean, if anybody should be here in Wembley, it should be me. I mean, I've done the 7 trips with the 7 defeats, and then we win the one time and we're not allowed to go. But go on, Jacob.
We'll have it this way. I'm thinking about you guys for a change. If it's at Old Trafford, not that far to travel, about 2 hours less, and cheaper pints as well. I mean, average price for a pint where I'm from is probably about 5 or 6 quid. So.
Well, Moneybags, Kirk, right down there talking like a true Londoner. There you go. All right, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to put this to you. Few people were getting because we had the loss in form, and then people were saying, is Lee Johnson the man and all this and what have you. Now, if we don't make the playoff final, right? Because that's the least we should be expecting. Is that it for Lee Johnson? Would you say, he was brought in to get us promotion? Jacob?
No, we've still got to back him. Listen, let's not forget that I think he'll be looking at this current squad and seeing that even if we go up anyway, a lot will be out the door anyway, because I feel that he will want to bring in his own team for next season. I think in terms of quality, I think there'll only be about 3 or 4 that you'll want to keep out of the players who are out of contract in the summer anyway. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see, what ideas he has in terms of what squad he wants for next season, what system he'll want to play for next season, what players he'll want in certain positions, and what players he'll want to keep and sell. But listen, I'm still backing Lee Johnson. The system's in place now in terms of recruitment, and it's all about just giving the new direction the club's going in the time it deserves. So, yeah, I'm fully behind Lee Johnson at the moment, fully.
Right, fair dues. Quickly on the chat, Mark Taylor says, it's 11 o'clock at night in New Zealand because it's about 20 to 9 on the Gold Coast. So he's down in Australia there. Bradley Young says, are you still doing a Sunday Bunch this evening? We won't be doing a Sunday Bunch this evening. We have got some of the lads that not very well, but we thought we can plan a special, which we was going to do tomorrow on Monday, but then we realised we play a 5-a-side on a Monday, so it looks like it's going to be Tuesday. We'll get some sort of a schedule lined up for that, but we'll let you know. Also, David Jackson on the chat said yes. Posh won their playoff final at Old Trafford. So Jack, you was spot on with that there. Michael, if we don't make the playoff final, because some were saying if we don't even make the playoffs, that's it. Lee Johnson should go. Michael, if we don't make the playoff final, should he still be given a chance?
Were you referring to Terry by any chance when you said if we don't make the playoffs that Lee Johnson should be said?
Well, Terry did sort of say that. We had a heated discussion, I remember, but a few people have said it. But listen, it was just it's all about
did,
opinion.
definitely.
Me and
Well,
Terry,
put it this way: go.
Me and Terry are best mates.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it because that was quite funny to watch you.
Right, go on, Michael. Oh,
well, to answer your question, because I think finishing in the top 6 is with the even. I know people have said we've got deficiencies with the squad and we haven't got. For me, this squad should easily be a top 6 squad, and I think that I don't see why. People can say, well, Lee Johnson came in, we're outside the playoffs. But only by about 3-4 points, though. We weren't ever cut adrift. Now, by the way, I am not saying I want Lee Johnson to be sacked, even if we don't go up. That's not true. I want him to. I do agree with Jacob. I think he is the man. I think that you need to give him players to assemble his team. Bear in mind, we are going to go down a completely different route in terms of play, or at least somewhat different compared to what we've done in the past. Hopefully, when the expectation's still there, we can still get promoted. And for me,
Michael,
I do still maintain, even though we have won the Pizza Cup, that aside, it's only a successful season if we win the playoffs.
Michael, just very quickly, your audio's all over the place. Would you just can you just restart your phone and everything, and then come back on and join us and do that, because it's pretty bad at the moment. We do that, all right. Thank you so much, Jack. If we don't make the playoff final, should he go? Has he got to be given time?
I think you've got to give him at least one summer window, Philly. I know what Michael's saying. I get what he's saying, that, we kind of need to strive for promotion and be really ambitious, and I get that. But we've already identified the model that we're going down in terms of the recruitment. It's all going to be stats driven. We've got that in place now. And I think at this stage, it would be silly to kind of tear that up and take a step into the unknown slightly and go on another managerial hunt. I understand that, Lee Johnson is, tasked with getting us out of this division, as every manager is when they come in. And I get he's probably slightly failed a little bit. I do think he needs a summer window to be given a chance to really put his stamp on the team. Let's not forget, this is still predominantly a Jack Ross / Phil Parkinson squad. And I think he really, he's had the January window, but I'm not a big fan of January windows. I think they're more panic buys a lot of the time. I think he really needs to be given a summer window and then given at least a third of next season, maybe 15, 16 games, or maybe 20, I don't know, just to see where we are. And then maybe if he still hasn't made any progress, then Phil, then maybe say, yeah, well, we'll look at a change. But I think give him that window, give him that opportunity.
Yeah, fair dues. On the chat, John Bradley says, give over Philly, still isn't his team. That's exactly what I was saying when me and Terry had our little heated discussion. It's ridiculous to talk of him not being given a chance to have a dabble in the transfer market and put his team together. Brian Halliday also says we weren't close to the playoffs when Johnson took over, which is fair enough. And my wife says something about we're not going to Wembley. Sick of the sight of the place. Well, who knows? The Mad Mistake says Lee Johnson has made the playoffs. He gets another season. So Terry was saying if we didn't make the playoffs, then he should be out on his ear, which I thought was a bit harsh. But opinions is what it's all about. Just quickly before what we got, 5 minutes for kickoff. Northampton coming up here to win this game today. Do you think they want to go out on a bang? They're already relegated. Do you think they're already on the beach? Jacob, what do you think? Do you think they're going to go for it?
To be honest, I think they'll want to go for it today, considering they've appointed their caretaker boss now to the managerial position in John Brady. I think they'll be fighting for contracts for the start of next season. to be honest. So yeah, I think they'll come up here this afternoon. We can't afford to take them lightly. They'll give it a good go. But when I was on with Matt and on his channel on Cobbler's Vlogs this week, he's indicating to me that a lot of this squad will be out the door anyway next season. So I think they'll be playing for pride today. But I would say it won't be an easy game. I know they're relegated, but I think they beat Portsmouth 4-1 a couple of weeks back. So yeah, things will be tough at times today, but we should have enough to get the job done.
Right, Jack. Do you think they're up here to win? Nice big stadium to play in, though they're already relegated. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd like to think they would be on the beach, Phil. As I said earlier, it could go two ways, but I actually think, as I agree with Jacob, I think they will come out and they will have a go. They've got nothing to lose. Like I say, it's the last game of the season. They're already down. What have they got to lose rather than come up and give it their all? And, maybe the one or two that are staying, even if there isn't many that will be there next season, might just fancy it, might want to play for contract and put or at least put themselves in the shop window for other clubs. Do you know what I mean? They might, be a good opportunity for other teams to say, oh yeah, that they played well at the stadium light, and let's have a look at them. So yeah, I think they will have a go. But I think go in, play our game, dominate, be on the ball, be brave, be aggressive, win the second balls, do the basics well. I think today, Philly, and I think the job takes care of itself. I think we'll get the 3 points.
Yeah. Right. Just before we, I'm going to get a prediction off you before we go. But what I want to do, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to Marianne Carlo. Marianne Carlo in Boston, Massachusetts, always comes on the Super Chat, supports the channel, and she was taken into hospital this week, so she's not been very well. So best wishes, Marianne Carlo, from all the team at SAFC Fan TV, and we hope that you get well soon. So we just wanted to say that for you. Score predictions. Jack, what do you think today?
I'm going to be brave. I don't normally think we're going to get goals, but I've just got a feeling we're going to knock a few in today. I don't know why. I'm going to go 3-0, so then I'm going to be really, really brave.
Right, fair enough. Well, I went 3-0 on Thursday when I did my predictions. So I'm sticking with that. Jacob, what do you think? Prediction?
I said 3-0 on Thursday, but you know what? I think we're due to give a side a good battering, and we haven't had one of them for a while. So, I'll say a 5-0 Sunderland win this afternoon.
That'll do me, mate.
Northampton fans won't like me after saying that.
We're not arrogant, though. Honestly, we're not. We're not.
Right. Well, Michael's back now. So we're going to be going. We're kicking off in a couple of minutes. So, Jack, thanks for joining us. You'll be back at halftime.
No worries, lads. See you at halftime.
What you thought of the game so far? Cheers, Jack. We'll see you at halftime. All right. Cheers, pal. He's back. Super sexy Bowers.
Right. How do I sound?
A lot better than before.
Much better.
Right, okay.
A quick prediction from you, Michael, if you don't mind.
3-0 Sunderland.
3-0. So three of us have gone for.
That's it. I think that's the type of result I think we should be getting if we play to our potential and we're on it. The players are coming out on my stream, by the way, just to let you know. I don't know who's ahead of who. Okay.
Right. Well,
Lee Burge is on my camera shot at the moment.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Conor McLaughlin.
Just very quickly, fellas, what I want to do also, don't forget, of course, we are sponsored by the One Football app. It's a superb football app. It's the only one you'll ever need. Loads of detail on there. All the player stats, performance ratings, and all that sort of stuff. Your league tables, follow your team, follow any team. It covers hundreds and hundreds of different teams on there. And as we say, it's the only app you'll ever need. The link is in the description below if you want to download that. And once again, thanks to One Football for supporting the channel. So, fellas, well, we're out. Northampton's not out. I think we're going to take 15 minutes each on the commentary. Is what we're going to do.
Shall I start in case you lose us later?
You can start by all means. Don't forget, of course, we've got 157 people watching the live stream at the moment, and we have 44 likes. So we like to hit a couple of hundred on a live stream. So please hit the thumbs up take you a second to do that, and it's free. And also, if you
one sec,
are
we'll start.
watching any, oh, cheers, Michael.
It's
And
gone again.
if you are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, it's free to subscribe. If you just hit the subscribe button, that will help the channel grow as well. And thanks to you for that. Tune in. Right, coming out now of the Northampton team in yellow rather than their maroon or whatever colour you want to call it. Michael, are you going to go first with the commentary?
Yeah.
You're
Sure
confident
thing.
for a win then? 3-0 is what you're saying.
I think, like I said, I think we need to keep a clean sheet. We've got to. I think we need to keep one at least ahead of the playoffs. Sorry, Phil. Go on quickly before the game starts.
I think you was resetting your phone and stuff when we asked about. Do you think Northampton are coming for the win? Or do you think they're already on the beach?
They'll want to win. They'll want to. I mean, it's pretty much like any team when they play Sunderland. They want to. So, well, I would say go out and stuff. Well, look, they probably want to do what Wickham did yesterday at Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Obviously, though, the circumstances are a bit. Obviously, the circumstances in terms of opponents and quality of players is a bit different. But it depends. It depends. Sunderland could also be on the beach, or we could be thinking. Some of these players will be thinking, right, I want to be in that starting 11 ahead of the playoff games. So they need a performance more than anybody. Anyway, we're just about getting ready to kick off. Lyndon Gooch is standing over the ball. I think we're going to wait for the knee at the minute. Just waiting for the referee, which is Samuel Barrett, by the way, according to BBC, so they can get wrong. Also, quickly, if my celebrations are a bit tame, I had my second vaccination yesterday, and my arm is really, really sore. This one is, so I'm going to maybe I might do a one fist.
You're just a young lad. I've just had my second one this morning. Look at me.
Okay.
I'm fit as a fiddle.
Anyway,
Easy.
once Phil's done taking the mic, anyway, we have kicked off anyway. So as usual, Sunderland kicking from left to right in the first half. Northampton, of course, from right to left. As early as the 17th second, Sunderland have a throw-in, which was won off by a Northampton player. Denver Hume is just getting ready to receive the ball and just about to take this down the left-hand side. So Sunderland 0, Northampton 0, but yeah, it's not even 30 seconds gone yet. Denver Hume's taking it quickly. Jordan Jones gave it back to Denver Hume, but he's been forced to run out of play, and it is a throw-in to Northampton. I would ask if there's any comments, but I think there's no point because we'll end up being back in play any moment. So number 7 for Northampton, which, if I'm right, is Hoskins. Has passed it out of play. Northampton have hoofed it down into Sunderland's half, but Max Powers won the ball down the centre. He's passed it to the right-hand side. Jack Diamond's on the ball in the centre circle. He's got past his man. He's put it to the left-hand side towards Jordan Jones. Denver Hume's on the overlap. Jordan Jones has still got the ball. He's passed it down towards, I think that is Lyndon Gooch, who it looks like he is playing in a 10. Now it's back out with Jordan Jones. He's gone past one Northampton player. He's inside the penalty box, has a shot, and the keeper has saved it fairly comfortably towards the right, towards their left, our left, their right back post. I'll ask you now, Phil, quickly, is there any comments? Or whoever's looking at the comments. You're muted, by the way, Phil.
Philly, you're muted, son.
Just carry on with the commentary, Michael.
Okay. Well, anyway, just as you say, that Sunderland have a throw-in. So we've already had 3
I'll do it. I'll do it now then. I'll do it now. Robert Charles says, Robert Charles, Philly will be back at the Wheat Sheaf. Yes, we'll be back at the Wheat Sheaf when it opens. Back to you, Michael. We're in play.
Okay, then, yeah. It's just a bit of a scramble in the middle of the park at the minute. Northampton are just keeping hold of possession. Now it's back with their own defenders here. So we have number 2, which is, I think that is Harriman. Harriman passes it back towards, that is Harry back towards Jones, who hoofs it towards the left, Sunderland's left, Northampton's right. Denver Hume has won a free. Okay, Northampton have been given against, this offside's been given against Northampton, which didn't even reach our back line. So I don't know why the referee's given that. Just shows the state of officials in this league. Anyway, Sunderland have a free kick just after the halfway line. At least I think it's Sunderland who have a free kick. Anyway, we're just waiting for a ball to actually get onto the pitch. Okay, never mind. It was a free kick that was taken quickly. Conor McLaughlin, who's at right back, has got it. He's got hold of possession down the right-hand side. He's now sprinting, getting forward a bit. Oh, hang on. He managed to get a ball through to Jack Diamond, but his touch was a bit poor, and he's now lost out towards Northampton, who are now going to try and get forward themselves here. But it's now deflected towards Luke O'Nien, who's going to hoof it upfield. Still some more head tennis. There you go. We didn't have to wait long for that catchphrase, did we? Didn't have to wait long for that, did we? Anyway, Northampton ball down the right-hand side. But I think Luke O'Nien is going to get to this. He's managed to deal with it so far. He's passed it back out towards, I think that is Jordan Jones. Yes, it looks like it. Now it's, as Conrad likes to say, back to Bailey Wright. who's running with the ball, trying to get it out of defence. Now it's with Conor McLaughlin, right-hand side. He's going to go back towards Bailey Wright. Is he going to try and hoof it or pass it back to Luke O'Nien? Looks like he's going to go with the hoof it option. No, he's not. He's going to pass it. That's a first. Anyway, Lyndon Gooch received it. Now it's with McLaughlin. Pass back to Lee Burge. Now we're back towards Luke O'Nien, towards the left-hand side of the pitch. Still 0-0, near 3.5 minutes gone at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland just keeping hold of possession at the moment amongst the back line. Luke O'Nien's now got it back to Bailey Wright again. See if there's any forward options here. Bailey Wright gets it, thinks it forward towards the centre. Northampton have managed to come away with the ball though themselves, and they could get an attack going here if they play their cards right. Northampton are just getting towards Sunderland's penalty box, but well done. Jack Diamond's managed to dispossess them and has now got the ball back again. Now Josh Scowen's getting the ball into Northampton's half. He's ran past it. He's tried to get a ball through forward. It was deflected towards Lyndon Gooch, centre. He's passed it through to Charlie Wyke, who I don't think might be in an offside position. Yes, an offside has been given against Charlie Wyke. Phil, I'll ask you now quickly. Any more comments?
Yeah, just very quickly. Ipswich are winning 1-0 against Fleetwood in our division so far. Swan 269 says, good day, fellas, from North Carolina. Let's finish the season strong. That's Swanee from ESPN Plus over in the USA. Give the lads a thumbs up, guys and girls. Thanks for that, Taffy Mackham. And we're back in play, Michael.
That we are. Northampton have just cleared it towards their own half. Luke O'Nien's managed to dispossess them. Denver Hume's right-hand side. He's now passed it to Josh Scowen. Conor McLaughlin's running towards the right-hand side now. Max Power on the ball. He's passed it through to Conor McLaughlin, who's in their half. Some decent football. There's Jack Diamond sprinting down the left wing. He's coming up against number 14 for Northampton. He still managed to keep hold of the ball. Passed it back to Conor McLaughlin. He's waiting for some options to become available here. Conor McLaughlin still got hold of the ball down the right-hand side. He's passed it back towards Lyndon Gooch down the right wing. He's going to try and cross it. He's managed to keep hold of the ball, but there's nobody there with him. But he's managed to win a throw-in off number 30, so whoever that number is. It's too far away to even remotely try and tell. Anyway, Conor McLaughlin's getting to what? Harriman, that's it. Okay, thank you very much there, Jacob. Conor McLaughlin has got hold of the ball. He's going to do the throw-in. Are we going to do a Michael Bauer-style throw-in here, or are we going to do a short one? We'll find out in a second. Kind of a mix between the two of them. Judging by Jacob's reaction, something may have happened. So let's see this. Max Power passed towards Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. Puts the ball into the box and he's trying to aim for Charlie Wyke, and it is out for a corner. Anyway,
Jacob,
go on in.
Jacob, what do you think of the first 5 minutes then?
Very energetic, to be honest, Philly. I think we're knocking it about well. It was unlucky from Gooch there. I thought I was going to nestle in the far corner, try to chip the keeper there, tipped over the bar. But Bowers, back to you on this corner. Positive start so far from the lads.
Fair enough. Yeah, thank you very much. Just gone 6 minutes, 0-0. Jordan Jones corner down the left-hand side, which is going to whip into the box. Going to try and aim for Charlie Wyke, I presume. It's been headed clear so far to Jack Diamond in the box, but Northampton have managed to get rid of it. And now it is number 14, which is Rose. I think he said it was Danny Rose in the build-up. Not that Danny Rose, unfortunately. Anyway, Northampton now have the ball right-hand side. Jordan Jones is keeping up with him. Number 45, which is Marshall. Marshall's managed to evade Jordan Jones. He's pushed Jordan Jones in the back. Jordan Jones has gone to the floor, and it is a free kick to Sunderland. Phil, what's your thoughts on the opening 6.5 minutes?
Positive. It looks all right. We look lively enough. We're going for it, passing about well. I think we've started well. We're only 5 minutes in, but yeah, all promising signs so far. Back in play. Back to you, Michael.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a long way to go yet, but hopefully get a nice win today would be good. We've managed to get Conor McLaughlin's launched the ball forwards towards Mitchell, Northampton's goalkeeper. Now Northampton centre-backs have got it again. It'll be between Jones and Horsfall. Now it is with Mick Williams, number 18 for Northampton. He's now passed it back to the centre-half yet again. And it is now going to be with Jones. Now it is with Hoskins. Hoskins is under pressure from Jordan Jones. He tried to pass the ball. He switched the ball across the box. Or switched the ball across the pitch, rather. Jordan Jones, I think Sunderland tried to intercept it, but it didn't quite work. Northampton's got the ball now. Oh, hang on, number 8, which is Morris. Is going to have a shot from distance, but it is comfortably over the bar. That's the first thing Northampton have... Yeah, it's the first thing Northampton have done, really. Obviously, it's only 7.5 minutes. Sorry, Phil, continue.
Just very quickly, Michael, in our league down here, Oxford 1, Burton 0, so they need to win there. Peterborough are winning 1-0 at Doncaster Rovers. Back to you, Michael.
Okay then, fair enough. So at the minute, that would be Oxford in the playoffs, if I'm correct. But anyway, that's a different battle in itself. Bailey Wright's on the ball here. He's trying to get the ball out of defence. Passes it towards Josh Scowen. Max Powers to his left. You don't think he's going to take that option, though. Josh Scowen's running out with the ball. He's running into Northampton's half. Now it's out wide with Denver Hume. There's not many options with him. He's passed it back towards Jordan Jones in the centre. He's going to switch it to the right-hand side where Conor McLaughlin's going to try and get an attack going forward. Now it's with Jack Diamond. He's going to try and take on his man. He's managed to take him on. He's going to put a ball in the box. It's out for a Sunderland corner. 8 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, Northampton 0. Any comments, Phil?
Apparently, John Swinney says Danny Rose is ex-Mansfield, so he must have gone to us, then to Tottenham, and then to Mansfield and on to Northampton.
And a load spell.
What a career that is, by the way.
Becoming a bit of a journeyman. Right, corner to be taken, Michael.
Anyway, Jordan Jones, corner from the right-hand side, is going to get the ball into the box, and it's been headed out. I think that is for a goal kick, which it is, yes. Nearly 9 minutes gone, 0-0 goal kick.
Just very quickly, Ipswich are now 2-0 up. And as it stands at the moment, you're right, Michael. Oxford are in a playoff place, and Portsmouth and Charlton set to miss out if it was to finish like this now. So back to you. Goal kick to Northampton Town.
So Mitchell has just taken the goal kick. It's not the most convincing of them, but I suppose to be fair, it's been headed back towards Lee Burge by I think that was either Marshall, Rose or Miller for Northampton. Yeah, it looks like Northampton are going with a 4-3-3 here. But anyway, Sunderland have the ball again. Denver Hume's down the left-hand side. You can tell this is going to be a very attacking style performance, which it should be against the side who's already relegated. Sunderland, anyway, have a free kick. It is Marshall who has given the ball away, has given the free kick. Well, I think that was for a foul potentially on Denver Hume, I believe. No, sorry, foul on Jordan Jones. Left-hand side of the pitch. Yeah, left-hand side of the pitch. So Jordan Jones is just standing over here. Sorry, Phil.
Just very quickly.
Hang on, sorry, we're taking it quickly. Josh Gowan has got the ball here. He's got the ball here in the centre of the pitch. There's nobody there with him. No, he's managed to pass it back towards Denver Hume. Denver Hume's now marauding down the left-hand side. He's got a bit of pace about him. He's taking on his man. He's going to try and get a ball into the box, but it's been headed out by Northampton. Only as far as Josh Gowan, but he has conceded a free kick for what looked like a foul on Danny Rose. So it's Northampton have a free kick. Sorry, Phil, go on.
Just very quickly, Joe Kane keeps asking, where's Diamond playing? Diamond's on the right-hand side of the three, just behind Wyke. And also Peterborough are now winning 2-0. So they're 2-0 up at Doncaster, I think they are, aren't they?
Yes, it is Doncaster.
So Doncaster 0, Peterborough 2 in our league as well. Back to you, Michael, we're back in play.
Thank you very much. Now Josh Gowan's got all the ball. He's passed it back to Bailey. Right now it's with Conor McLaughlin. Left-hand side again, but he's drifting more towards the centre here, although I think he's looking for options. There isn't really that many. Conor McLaughlin sort of dawdling on the ball, but Bailey Wright sort of spared his blushes a little bit there. Conor McLaughlin now passed it towards Jack Diamond, who's kind of in the middle between the right and the centre of the pitch. Now Jordan Jones, who has just come out the centre circle, but he's lost the ball. Now it is McWilliams who's passed it now towards Marshall, I believe. Marshall, but has been dispossessed by Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Denver Hume's now going to run forward with the ball here. He's going to pass it towards, I think, Jordan Jones on the left-hand side. Jordan Jones still trying his pace, trying a little bit of trickery here, but he's been forced back a little bit. He's going to probably end up passing it back. No, he's not. He's going to pass it. He's going to switch it down to the right-hand side. Jack Diamond is there. Conor McLaughlin's in the box. He's passed. Jack Diamond cross was deflected, but it's pretty more pass deflected back towards Mitchell. Any more comments, Phil?
Yeah, just very quickly. Aaron Fisher says, what's the formation today? It's 4-2-3-1, which my wife Karen has just told him, and she knows nothing about football. So,
she knows to keep the Yakkers on, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, that's it. She's got a.
She definitely knows that. All right. Anyway, we're back in play. Jack Diamond's dispossessed Northampton, but has given the ball away again. The referee was playing advantage because Northampton could have had a free kick there, but now it is Marshall on the right hand side for Northampton, and Hoskins is going to go on the overlap here. Denver Hume's standing him up here. Sunderland holding firm fairly well, just sort of forcing Northampton out wide here. Just pass it between themselves on the right hand side, our left of the pitch. Now it's back towards the centre with McWilliams, who's going to pass it. I think that is back to Hoskins, back to McWilliams in the centre. Now it is down to Morris, who's now really is in the centre of the pitch. Conor McLaughlin's dispossessed him, but the referee is giving a free kick there. Anyway, Northampton have took the free kick quite quickly. They're attacking down the left wing. Number 14, which is Danny Rose again, and we're giving away quite a few silly free kicks here. It's twice Conor McLaughlin's done that in the last couple of minutes. Jacob, what do you think for this then? Could there be a potential threat here for Northampton?
Yeah, I think they should put a decent delivery in here. I think. Oh, they've taken it quickly. Bowers, back to you.
Okay, they have taken it quickly. Yep. They took it quickly. Marshall was sprinting down the left side into the box, but the referees pulled it back, basically. Sorry, Jack, go on.
Yeah. Jack.
Jacob, yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, no,
I think Terry's not the only one who's not right today.
No, judging by what was happening before, I think they were planning something like that, but now they have to go for the whippage option, which Marshall's going to stand over it and try that. But yeah, I think we should have a solid back line to clear this out. But yeah, Bowers, back to you whilst this free kick's about to be taken.
Thank you very much. Anyway, I think it's Rose and Marshall standing over the free kick. We're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle to commence the play, which it looks like is going to happen. Anyway, Marshall's going to whip the ball into the box. It's going to be dealt with, and it's out for a Northampton corner. I think it was Bailey Rice, or it might be Luke O'Neill, whoever it was. Sunderland player. Either way, a Sunderland player headed it out. Phil, what's your thoughts on the opening 14 minutes?
Well, just before we do that, I'll quickly go to the chat. Aaron Fisher is saying, is the formation not 4-2-2-2? They're saying different apps, and including our One Football app, are saying 4-2-2-2 as well. Sunderland themselves said it was 4-2-3-1, so that's what we're going with.
Sorry, Marshall crossing from the left-hand side, from the right and the left-hand side, but it's been headed out fairly comfortably. Northampton are going to try and get another attack going. Jordan Jones would. Okay, we're doing a bit of pressing here. Max Power very nearly got to the ball. Then Lyndon Gooch has managed to pass it back towards Danny Rose, though, who's standing up against Jack Diamond. Marshall's on the left-hand side, up against Lyndon Gooch. He's going to try and whip a ball in. Lyndon Gooch has prevented that cross for the moment. Danny Rose has now passed it back towards McWilliams. McWilliams is now into the centre. Now it's back out on the right-hand side. Danny Rose has got hold of the ball. Now passed it back to McWilliams. Flowers trying to stand him up, trying to keep some pressure going here. Now it's back amongst Northampton's back line. So that, of course, is Jones, who's passed it down to Hoskins, back to Jones. Not that Jordan Jones. Carly White nearly managed to press them into a mistake, but they've passed it back to Mitchell, Northampton's goalkeeper, and we're just waiting to see. It's just pretty much Northampton trying to pass it around and calm things down. I'll quickly talk on this passage of play before surrendering the commentary to the next person. Anyway, Northampton is just it's some more head tennis going on now, really. Just as I said, Northampton attacking down the left, attacking down the right wing. Sunderland going to try to get the ball back, but they haven't managed to do so. A challenge from Denver Hume. Well done. He's managed to win it. Back towards Jack Diamond. Very nearly got dispossessed there, but he's managed to retain possession here. He's going to pass it to the left-hand side towards Jordan Jones. Come on, lads. Let's get an attack going here. Jordan Jones back towards Jack Diamond. He's going to probably switch it towards Conor McLaughlin, which he has done so down the right-hand side. Normally, Jack Diamond will be ahead of him, but he's too into the centre, although he is going to try and make a run here. McLaughlin's keeping hold of the ball slightly too long, but then again, there isn't as many options. Passed it backwards towards Max Power. Some options down the centre. Scowen receives the ball down the centre. Just waiting for more options. Luke O'Neill, who's obviously it's a centre half today, is quite far forward. Luke O'Neill's going to dink the ball to Charlie White in the penalty area, but it's just outside on the left-hand side of the penalty box, back towards Denver Hume now, back to Jordan Jones. Might as well try and have a shot here at this way. Jordan Jones going to try a long-range effort, and it's out for a goal kick to Northampton. Whoever's next, feel free to take over for a bit.
Jacob, you can continue the commentary now, if you would, please.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to fans watching in Portugal. Dale Boyd says, where'd you get one of these shirts where I've got on? And he's looking for a 3XL or 4XL. I couldn't tell you where you get a 3 or a 4XL because mine's just a small because I'm one of them slim lads. I got this when it was out, so I've still got it. So I'm sure you'll find it somewhere. Google's a wonderful place. Over to you, Jacob.
Thank you very much, wee Philly. And a break in play there. There was a bit of head tennis going on in the process of that. A Northampton player is down. It looks like Danny Rose, who's on the floor, actually, not the Danny Rose we've been talking about for the first bit of the stream today. Danny Rose, Northampton's striker this afternoon, a main central striker. A knock from Luke O'Neill there, which the referee has blown for. And a bit of a break in play there as we wait for this. The water bottles are currently out.
Right, well, we'll go to the chat while there's a bit of a break there. Jacob, keep handing it back to me and Michael when the ball's not in play. And Colin Major says, "Get well soon, Terry." If you don't already know, Terry's not feeling too well. 249 people watching the stream. That's superb. Thank you to you lot for that. If you haven't given us a like yet, we like to try and hit 200 by the end of the stream. We're on 85 already. Take your second to do so. And if you're watching on a mobile device, just close your live chat if you got that open, and you'll see the thumbs up. Just hit that, and let's get that going. And likewise, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It's free to do that. There's another goal gone in at Doncaster. It is now Doncaster Rovers 0, Peterborough United 3. They're really going for it. I mean, they're
definitely going out of the league in some style, aren't they?
So well done to them. They're 3-0 up. At Doncaster, I just need another goal, I think, there, because I think I've got them both to score on my coupon. But I also think I've got over 2.5 goals, so we're doing all right. Jacob, we're about to start with a drop ball, it would seem.
Yeah,
18 minutes gone. It's 0-0 still at the Stadium of Light. Jacob.
Thank you very much, Philly. After the drop ball, Luke O'Nien playing it to max power and just passing the ball across the back here. Luke O'Nien goes to the left for Denver Hume. Denver Hume launches it up the pitch towards Jordan Jones, but a bit of a wasted ball. Goes out for a goal kick to Northampton. Jordan Jones tried to run onto that, but too much weight on the pass there for Denver Hume. And the goal kick is going to be taken by Jonathan Mitchell. And as Philly first mentioned there, 18 minutes gone, Sunderland 0, Northampton Town 0. Last home league game of the season. Jonathan Mitchell with this goal kick, aiming towards Mark Marshall. He does well to bring it down. Mikael Miller playing it back to Sam Hoskins. And it's a wasted pass up the pitch, down the line there, and it's a throw-in to Sunderland on the far left-hand side, which Denver Hume is going to take. Denver Hume now trying to weigh out the options, and he goes with Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen is fouled there after a bit of pressure from Sean McWilliams, Northampton's midfield player. Conor McLaughlin now to Jack Diamond on the right-hand side. Jack Diamond looking to take on Northampton's backline, but he runs into trouble, but he's actually won a free kick. Brian Morris tried to win possession there off Jack Diamond, who has had a bit of an energetic start to this game, always trying to carry the ball towards the back line every time he gets it. Denver Hume on the left-hand side, looking to put in a decent cross, but it's blocked. The ball finds Jordan Jones just outside the penalty area. Goes for a 1-2 with Josh Scowen. Sunderland trying to work it into the box here. Josh Scowen now cuts back. He's going to go for the switch option. Finds Conor McLaughlin on the right-hand side. Neat play here from Sunderland. Jack Diamond now. Jack Diamond back to Conor McLaughlin. Max Power on the right-hand side. Is he going to go for a cross? Or is he going to chop it back to Conor McLaughlin? It was neat play. He tried to find Jack Diamond once again, but Conor McLaughlin is fouled. And it's a free kick to Sunderland in a promising position, this. It was Mikael Miller who committed the foul there. Back to you on the comments, Philip.
Right, okay. Where was we? Someone was asking, where are we at? I've lost it already. Is John Jones playing on the left? Yes, he's playing on the left. I think we've been good so far. I think Jack Diamond's looked very lively.
Yeah, very good.
You know, he's been very good down this right-hand side. Some lovely passing of the ball just recently there. I thought we've been playing it really well. Back in play then. Back to you, Jacob, in the studio.
Thank you very much, Philly. And Denver Hume and Jordan Jones just standing over this free kick on the right-hand side. A decent opportunity to get a great ball into the box here. Sunderland 0, Northampton Town 0, 21 minutes gone. Jordan Jones goes for the right foot and it's cleared away, but it falls to Josh Scowen on the edge of the box, but there was a foul in there. Free kick to Northampton. And yeah, it was Sean McWilliams who was fouled there. Don't know who by. I have to watch when the free kick is taken.
Right, can we just quickly say Wigan have taken the lead at Swindon. Crewe Alexandra now 2-0 up against Shrewsbury, and it must be squeaky bum time at the moment for Portsmouth and Charlton, because Oxford is still one up and are still now in that 6th playoff place. Back in play, Jacob.
Oh, bit of miscommunication at the back there between Luke O'Nien and Conor McLaughlin. Mikael Miller was ghosting in behind trying to win the ball. But it's a corner to Northampton Town here. I think Luke O'Nien did well there to win possession. And the corner is taken quickly. Mikael Miller tries to cross on the left-hand side, but the ball stays in play. Bailey Wright whacking it out. Bit of a scuff clearance, I should say there. Max Power trying to pile a bit of pressure on Northampton's backline as they're trying to keep the ball here, and they go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Jonathan Mitchell. Bit of a wasted opportunity there for Northampton. You would have thought they would have got the ball into the box a lot sooner. But on the right-hand side, Sean McWilliams, and it's another poor pass down the right channel. And the ball is too much weight on it. Poor touch from Jordan Jones, and he concedes, actually Bailey Wright, and he concedes a Northampton Town throw-in.
Somebody on the chat, quickly, Mick Griffiths has said, why back to the studio? And Karen has said, because studio sounds better than back to Jacob in his bedroom.
Well, according to Luke Darby on the chat, as we wait for this free kick to be taken from Northampton Town, Accrington Stanley are a goal up at Portsmouth, apparently.
Really? Let's and they are on the One Football app. That is correct. Portsmouth, dear me.
Yeah, they're blowing it as things stand. Oxford United are going to take that final playoff place.
I've got Accrington on my coupon. They're about 11-1, I think, to win at Portsmouth today.
On the left-hand side, Mark Marshall looking to take on Conor McLaughlin. Mark Marshall with a left-footed ball in. Luke O'Neill heads away, but it comes to Harriman on the left-hand side. Bit of a poor touch there, but Sunderland play the ball out from the back, but it falls back to Northampton's back line. There's a player down for Northampton. And
get up, you soft.
None of that.
You softy as well. I was saying, Michael, what do you think?
Get up any second and he'll be fine, though.
Michael,
Lloyd Jones on the floor there.
Michael, what do you think so far? We're comfortable.
Well, okay. Comfortable-ish. I think I would like to. Obviously, I would have liked us to have took the lead by now, but I think we need to be better in the final third. I think we've done okay. I think the last couple of minutes has been a bit scrappy, but I think we've done all right, okay until we get the final third. It's just the final decision making needs to be a lot better. But we've kept a clean sheet so far, I guess.
All right, just quickly, Michael, I want to give a shout out to Michelle Bennett, who's a Northampton fan. Thinks it'll be 3-1 to Sunderland. Thanks, Michelle, for tuning in, and any other the Northampton fans. Good luck. I know you're going to get relegated, but good luck when you go down. Hopefully, you come straight back up to this league. Back to you, Jacob.
Conor McLaughlin with a wasted hoof up the pitch, trying to play it out from the back. It's now back in possession of Northampton. Lloyd Jones going with a 1-2 of his centre-back partner, Fraser Ho. And it's the left-back, Michael Harriman, which Josh Scowen tries to dispossess, and Northampton win the throw-in on this near left-hand side. 0-0, 25 minutes gone in the first half. Michael Harriman just goes to retrieve the ball here.
I love them, Harry Bows. They're great.
They are very good, to be fair.
All the time in the van. Oh, can't beat a good Harriman.
Harriman tries to hoof the ball up the pitch, and it's now back in possession with Northampton. Josh Scowen going for the tackle. Mark Marshall has got a bit of space on the left-hand side here, but Luke O'Neill charging back to dispossess Mark Marshall, but he has conceded the corner. Very good pressing play from Luke O'Neill, who looks like he is once again playing in a centre-back position this afternoon. Mark Marshall with the corner on this left-hand side. He'll be hoping for another decent whippage. He did very well with the last one. And easily headed out from Sunderland there. I think it was Bailey Wright once again, very solid at the back. And as the ball goes back to Northampton's goalkeeper, Jonathan Mitchell, Oxford United are currently 2-0 up.
They are 2-0 up. I was going to tell you that, but you've just
taken the limelight off you.
You've stolen my glory. Back to you, Jacob, in your bedroom.
Thank you very much. Not in the studio, by the way, if people are wondering on the live chat. A throw into Sunderland here on the near left-hand side. Conor McLaughlin back to Luke O'Neill. Just outside Sunderland's penalty area. Bailey Wright. To Josh Scowen here. Sunderland looking to string a few passes together inside their own half at the moment. Bailey Wright going across the field to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill to Jack Diamond. Jack Diamond going for that 1-2 option. Conor McLaughlin once again, but Conor McLaughlin goes back to Bailey Wright inside the centre circle. Bailey Wright to Luke O'Neill. To Max Power. Luke O'Neill with a hoof ball aiming for Charlie White, but I think the referee is going to bring that back. I think it was a foul by Mark Marshall on Luke O'Neill. Free kick to Sunderland just inside their own half.
Just very quickly, Jacob, Jeff Holcroft, our man with the blue spanner, Jacob's in the London studio. As you see, I've quickly moved into the Northeast studio based in Sunderland here. Back to you, Jacob.
Thank you very much, Sam Hoskins. held on to the ball for a little bit too long there, but he has played it out, and Northampton are looking to forge an attack on this right-hand side. No foul given as Jordan Jones wins the ball back off Sean McWilliams. Max Power now looking for a switch pass to Jack Diamond on the right-hand side. Jack Diamond looking to keep it in play, but it's come off Sam Hoskins, and it's a throw to Sunderland on this near right-hand side, which Conor McLaughlin is going to take. Just weighing up the options. Jack Diamond's one of them. Max Power is also another. He goes for Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch now. And is that another Sunderland throw? No, it actually goes off Conor McLaughlin, and it's out for a Northampton Town throw. A bit of a wasted opportunity.
That was a Sunderland throw that easily.
Yeah.
Ipswich are 3-0 up now. So they're having a good finish to the season as well. Michael is almost asleep. Michael in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game sort of dried down a bit the last few minutes.
Really.
Yeah, a bit of a non-event here at the Stadium of Light these last few minutes, but hopefully it will pick up as Max Power goes for a switch pass to Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Denver Hume looking to carry the ball and start another promising attack for Sunderland, but he chops back and goes to Bailey Wright. Is Bailey Wright going to go for a switch pass? It's a promising switch pass to Jack Diamond. Will Jack Diamond make a successful 1-2 with Bailey Wright? Bailey Wright, no, he doesn't. Lloyd Jones will hoof the ball up the pitch, and in the process of that, Northampton win a free kick, a foul by Bailey Wright.
Well, this is very interesting at the moment, this league table, because Oxford are there in 6th, and Portsmouth have to win, and Charlton have to win. Charlton are drawing at the moment 0-0 with Hull City. But Portsmouth are getting beat at home to Accrington Stanley. So at the moment, it's Blackpool, Sunderland, Lincoln, Oxford in the playoffs. Back to you in your bedroom, Jacob Bride.
And Luke O'Nien takes the free kick quickly, fouled there by Mikael Miller, I believe. I know it was actually Danny Rose. Danny Rose, Northampton striker today, playing in the front three. Mark Marshall on the right. Josh Scowen just inside the centre circle. Josh Scowen. And was there a nudge in the back there on, I think it's Lyndon Gooch? There is. And it's a free kick to Sunderland. Thought the referee was going to draw out the first yellow card of the game there. The cards remain in his pocket.
I was going to say, we'll quickly bring Michael in before he falls asleep. Still going all right for you, Michael? First half?
It's frozen, hasn't he? Someone defrost him.
All right, go on. Right, well, we're going to go back and play anyway.
Well, I would say all key is we've kept the sheet. Sorry, carry on.
I thought you were cheering for a goal there. I thought you were ahead. Jack Diamond wins the throw on the right hand side.
It's a throw in.
Yeah, you'd frozen there a bit, Michael. And Conor McLaughlin once again is going to take. Will he go for a give and go with Jack Diamond once again, or will he go with Max Power or Lyndon Gooch? Conor McLaughlin, it's a decent ball into the box, but easy take for Jonathan Mitchell. Very poor delivery there from Conor McLaughlin. Too much weight on it, I would say, and he's going to take his time playing the ball out here. Northampton's goalkeeper, Jonathan Mitchell. Since we've reached the 30-minute mark, Philly, will I be able to pass it to you?
Just carry on for a bit. I think you're doing a splendid job there, Jacob.
Oh, thank you very much.
Keep it going. All right.
Thank you very much. Anyway, the ball once again goes back to Jonathan Mitchell. Northampton struggled to find a way through Sunderland's backline, and the hoof ball from Jonathan Mitchell looking for Danny Rose or Mikael Miller. And bit of sky-high football here as Michael Harriman brings it down, looking for a hoof ball to Mikael Miller. Luke O'Nien wins it. And Jordan Jones here, he picks up the loose ball. Jordan Jones, and he's got Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. This is promising for Sunderland. He's onside, Lyndon Gooch, Jordan Jones, and the offside flag does go up this time. Don't know who was offside there, whether it was Lyndon Gooch or Jordan Jones, but it will be a free kick to Northampton Town. 0-0, 32 minutes gone here at the Stadium of Light. Last league game of the season before those all-important playoffs.
Right, just very quickly, Alex, we got Conrad Lee has joined us in the chat. Hi, Conrad. He's just tuned in quickly, and then he's off out to a 60th birthday party I didn't realize Karen was having a birthday party, but there you go. That's me getting slapped. Chris Law, Philly, you need the Sol press conference in the background. All right, I'll work it out. I'll get it on. We're in the studio. All right, the Sunderland studio is where we're at. Back to you down in the London studio, Jacob.
The London bedroom, more like. And Danny Rose is down once again. A foul by Conor McLaughlin this time. He's been involved with a lot of the aerial battles, Danny Rose, so far in this game. And yeah, a correct decision from the referee there to award the free kick to Northampton. Conor McLaughlin just getting a bit of an ear from the referee to not do those type of challenges again, to be honest. But a bit of a 50-50 there, to be honest. Looking at the replay, might have been.
I think we're. I think we're just. I think we're well comfortable. We're passing it about well. It's dipped a little bit, I suppose, in the last 10 minutes. But you know, they don't look dangerous. We're back in play anyway. We're out of play again. But
but sums up the game the last few minutes, doesn't it? Denver Hume going back to Bailey Wright to Luke O'Nien, just outside the penalty area, and Kirill Louis Dreyfus and former Sunderland owner. Is it Murray? Bob Murray's Murray. There. Bob Murray's in the crowd this afternoon.
He's mint. Murray, I'm not explaining it to you. Oh, forget it then.
Yeah, watch Premier Passions if you want to know about Bob Murray, I tell you. Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Denver Hume to Jordan Jones now. Jordan Jones. Give and go with Max Power. Max Power with a switch pass to Jack Diamond. Beautiful touch there from Jack Diamond. Did well to stay on his feet as well as the Northampton players try to draw the foul. Max Power, and it's a poor pass. He tried to go to the left to Denver Hume, but Mark Marshall will look to carry the ball, but well intercepted there from Bailey Wright. Very good defensive play from Sunderland. Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Jordan Jones looking for decent delivery into the box. He has got Jack Diamond lurking outside the penalty area for a shot, but he goes with Max Power. Jordan Jones once again. Jordan Jones. Denver Hume, or Lyndon Gooch rather. And it's a corner to Sunderland. First bit of promising play we've seen from the lads in the last few minutes. Good strength from Lyndon Gooch.
Just very quickly, Jacob, Shrewsbury pulled one back against Crewe. It's Crewe 2, Shrewsbury 1. And apparently, Accrington are all over Portsmouth at the moment. So
wow.
Not looking good for them. Corner to Sunderland.
Corner whipped in. Oh, and Jonathan Mitchell just had to tip it round there as Michael Harriman hoofs the ball clear. And Northampton, this is promising this. Mark Marshall, or Mikael Miller rather, and he's not running onto that. Lee Burge easily picked up. But yeah, it was a decent corner there. I think it was Jordan Jones who took that for Sunderland. But we have the ball once again. Josh Scowen now, just inside our own half. A switch pass to Max Power. Max Power now, just over the halfway line to Conor McLaughlin. Conor McLaughlin, Jack Diamond, will he look to strive towards Northampton's back four again? No, he doesn't. He goes back to Bailey Wright. Just inside Sunderland's half, Max Power with a ball down the channel, but well flicked on from Charlie White. Jack Diamond, is he going to go for a shot outside the penalty area? He does. It's a weak one, to be fair. Should have done better, Jack Diamond there, but the ball finds Jack Diamond once again on the right-hand side. It's a cross after a 1-2 of Conor McLaughlin, and easily headed out by Fraser Ho. And as Mark Marshall goes for a 1-2 here with Sam Hoskins, and Northampton Town are once again going to hoof the ball up the pitch.
Can I just jump in on the chat? Colin Major, John Swinney, all getting my Murray Mints joke down there. Thanks, lads, because these lads are just too young to even know what it's all about. So there you go.
Murray Mints.
Go on. Johnny Cool says Lincoln for us as it stands at the moment. Still a long way to go yet, though. Jacob.
Thanks a lot, Philly. Max Power now. Max Power to Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch tried to play a through ball to Jack Diamond, but Mikael Miller wins it off for him. And that's a great tackle there from Conor McLaughlin on Mikael Miller. But it's out for a Northampton Town throw. 37 minutes gone 0-0 here at the stadium.
Do you want to hand back to Michael for a bit of commentary to take us to half-time? Michael, do you want to take it?
Bowers, over to you, son. Is he frozen once again?
And that
Yeah, you might as well. We're Northampton attacking right hand side here. It's I think it was Mark Marshall. Mark Marshall's now passed the ball to I think it's Mick Williams. It's gone into the box. Luke's managed out for a Northampton corner. So 38 minutes gone. It is 0 at the stadium. Like comments before Northampton take this.
they're all the merriments and tree borments and all sorts coming here. I don't know who went and started that off. I've got to say though, we still
Okay. So in which case we'll just continue then.
All right. Well, you just jump in anytime you want, Michael. That's all right. All right.
Yeah,
Over
of course.
to you,
Why
Michael.
not? So the benefit of having Michael Bauer's style internet. I think that is Mark Marshall, who's on the left-hand corner flag, left-hand corner, quarter circle, whatever you want to call it, spot on the pitch. The ball's just been thrown to him. He's just walking towards the spot where he places down the ball. So Mark Marshall is 0-0, nearly 39 minutes gone at the stadium lights on Northampton Town 0. Corner comes in from Mark Marshall. It's been headed way into the gods by the looks of it. Sunderland still haven't dealt with it. They have managed to eventually, Luke O'Neill, I think it is, managed to clear it, and it's going to be out for a Northampton Town throw-in. Mikael Miller standing over this. So a Sunderland throw? It can't be a Sunderland throw.
No,
I must be handing it over to
Just very quickly then, Michael.
Harriman. Yeah, Michael Harriman.
He's all over the place, Michael. Samantha Featherstone, if we can't beat a relegated team, I don't have much hope for the playoffs, they're saying there in the chat. Right, back to you, Michael, in the Frozen studio.
In 3, 2, 1.
Thank you very much. Right, yeah. The Frozen studio on Paul. Henry Jones isn't there. John Jones now is with the Huge, now is with Denver Hume. I think that's Denver. No, it's Jordan Jones on the left hand side. He puts a cross into the box, and it's been comfortably dealt with for a goal kick to Northampton. Phil, what would you say you said we've looked comfortable? Do you think we need to do a bit more going forward, though?
Yeah, I don't. We started well. I mean, the last 10, 15 minutes, it has. We've sort of dropped off a bit, but we need a goal. We'd like a goal, but it's one of them. It's a nothing game, really, and it doesn't really matter who you get in the playoffs. Although third and fourth is where we should be finishing, so we get a home leg second. Right, there's a corner. Michael, I'll hand it back to you. Jordan Jones to take it.
Yeah. That's what you want. Anyway, Jordan Jones is taking the corner on the right-hand side. There's just a bit of barging around going on in the box. So referee Samuel Barris is trying to deal with it, but he's backed out of the penalty area, so I assume that means he's just going to let play carry on. Anyway, Jordan Jones is stepping back, getting ready to hit the corner from the right-hand side. Still in Northampton, 41 minutes gone at the stadium light. Corner's way over everybody's heads, and Northampton have managed to clear it comfortably. And they've managed to just get it away from danger for the moment. Denver Hume's managed to win a header on the right-hand side. Sunderland have now got hold of the loose ball. Bailey Wright has now passed it back towards Lee Burge. We have, I think that is Luke O'Neill to his left-hand side, Bailey Wright to his right-hand side. He's took the short option to Bailey Wright. Denver Hume's running across the pitch back towards left-back. Max Powers in the right-back position. He's hoofed the ball forward. And Northampton are dealing with this fairly comfortably, but however, they have thrown it out, headed it out rather, for a Sunderland throw. Jacob, what would you say we need to do to get ourselves in front of this one, which is score?
To be honest, well, that also, but get more crosses into the box. Charlie White's not had a sniff so far this game, mate. Decent one. Not the best in the end.
Well, speaking of crosses, there was a cross into the box, but it's been headed out comfortably again by Northampton. And we've managed to concede yet another free kick. Anyway, Josh Scowen has conceded a free kick in the centre of the pitch, near the centre circle. So it is a free kick in Northampton's half, which they have taken and launched. There's another phrase that you haven't heard in a while. Conor managed to intercept the switch towards Lee Burge. Lee Burge has now rolled it out towards Luke O'Neill. He on the ball, passing it back to Bailey Wright. And back towards Conor McLaughlin, right hand side yet again, just before the halfway line, but he's been pressed by Marshall to pass it. Pressed by Miller to be passed it back to Bailey Wright. Just doing a 1-2 with Josh Scowen there, or maybe not. Josh Scowen passes it to Conor McLaughlin, who passes it back to Bailey Wright. Max Powers just a bit ahead of him, which he took that option. Is he going to pass it towards Luke O'Neill? Luke O'Neill's to Max Powers left. Well, he's passed it left, but it's towards Denver Hume instead of Luke O'Neill. Oh no, so that is Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones passed it back towards Max Power. Josh Scowen's there with him. He's passed it forward towards Lyndon Gooch. Some has managed to give the ball away, unfortunately, and now Northampton are going to come forward themselves. I think this time it's Marshall with the ball. He's just past the centre circle. Then Gooch has managed to dispossess him well in there. Northampton were appealing for a free kick, but not quite given. Now it's to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen in Northampton's half. Jack Diamond's to his right-hand side. He passes it towards Diamond. Diamond's trying to take on his man. He's still got hold of the ball. Passes it towards Max Power, centre circle. He's going to switch it across the left towards Jordan Jones, but I don't think it's going to quite reach him. It looks like it has gone out for a Northampton goal kick. So I'm just going to take it. Phil, any comments?
Thank you. Peterborough have gone 4-0 up now against Doncaster Rovers. It's now Crewe Alexandra 2, Shrewsbury Town 2. They were 2-0 down and they pulled it back. Oxford still 2-0 at Burton. Portsmouth still getting beat 1-0 off Accrington Stanley. Also, Carl at the Black Cat podcast said, can we give a shout out to Jack Dodds, thanking him for getting the match officials for their charity game on August the 15th for the Bradley Larry Foundation. And Michael Bowers is playing in that game as well, I believe. So super sexy Bowers on the wing.
Yeah, so I'm going to attempt to play in that game. So
you'll be fine, man.
Definitely not, I can promise you. Anyway, Bailey Wright pass it back towards Lee Burge, though. Yeah, well, fingers crossed, Jacob. Right. Anyway, Luke O'Nien and Bailey Wright, we're just sort of passing it amongst ourselves all on the back line in a minute. Bailey Wright still got all the ball, trying to bring it out of defence again. Now it's back with Conor McLaughlin for the right-hand side, back towards Bailey Wright. Probably going to switch it towards Luke O'Nien. Doesn't look like he's going to try and get the ball forward. Now it's with Conor McLaughlin again, just before the halfway line. Now it's past the halfway line. Decent ball towards Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. Ball into the box. Northampton have managed to prevent what could have been a goal. Cross came in from the right-hand side to Lyndon Gooch and had it got past Hoskins. Charlie White could have been there for almost a tap-in, really, or certainly for a very good chance, but it is out anyway for a Sunderland corner, which I don't know whether we're going to take short, because Jordan Jones and Boom are on the left-hand side, left corner flag. Denver was sort of walking away from it, though, so I think they're just going to put a basic ball into the box. Jordan Jones got his arm up, he's running towards the ball, made contact with it, it's into the box. Is anyone going to get their heads onto it? But it's managed to beat everybody. Jack Diamond has managed to keep the ball in, though. There's no other options with him at the minute, however. Now there is, though. He's passed it towards Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch is going to keep hold of the ball here, waiting for some options. He's dinked the ball towards Jack Diamond, who's in the penalty box. Has he been dispossessed? No, he's managed to keep hold of it. Jack Diamond, he's slipped, though, and Northampton able to deal with it. They managed to clear their lines now, and now it's back towards Bailey Wright. No, it's not. It's back towards Conor McLaughlin. What am I talking about? Now it's with Josh Scowen, just on the halfway line. There's been 2 minutes added on, by the way, but we're at the end of the first of those 2 minutes. Josh Scowen. Now to Klein in the centre circle. Ahead of him. He's passed it towards Jones. This was a bit heavy, but Jordan Jones managed to keep hold of it, but he's passed it towards that is Denver Hugh, I believe. Jordan Jones, no, he's not. Denver Hugh's with him. So Jordan Jones has managed to win Sunderland a throw-in by forcing Northampton to clear it. So we've got it left of the first half. Still Sunderland 0, Northampton 2 at the Stadium of Light. Of course, Northampton already relegated. Sunderland have already guaranteed a place in the playoffs. So the phrase nothing game probably is quite accurate for this. I would like to see the intensity from Sunderland be up just a little bit. But nevertheless, Josh Scowen is on the left-hand side. He's just rolling the shirt all over the football. I think he's going to do a Michael Bowers throw-in. Yes, he is. He's going to do a long throw-in. Long throw into the box, aimed towards Bailey Wright. He's passed its way towards Lyndon Gooch, who's kept hold of the ball. He's passed it towards Max Power. Deflected effort, and it is wide. Wide, but I think it must have been deflected off a Sunderland player. Either that, or it wasn't deflected. Either way, it's a Northampton goal kick. Sorry, Phil.
Stephen McIntosh says, this is referring to you playing in that charity match, Michael. I hope he moves quicker than his internet. So do we as well.
Oh,
I think he might have frozen again. He's either frozen or he's not happy. Back to you, Michael.
I've got a sense of anyway. Ball forward. Ball forward. Now it's just some head tennis in the centre of the park, and Marie has blown for half time.
Half time.
0-0.
Right.
Right. I'll be back before the second half, lads. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes.
Right, fair dues, Michael. What we're going to do, we're going to bring Jack Shields back in and see what he thought of that. Before we do that, we just very quickly, we just want to when I find it here, we want to give a shout out to our new sponsors. They sponsor our channel, and very kind of them to do so. It is the One Football app. superb app for all your teams, your latest news, all the breaking news on your team. It's got your team lineups, your formations in there. Your player stats are absolutely superb. Anything you need to know on any player, it tells you all that. You can download the One Football app if you haven't already. The link is in our description below. Make sure you get that. We are all using it. And once again, thanks very much to One Football for sponsoring SAFC Fan TV. So then, Jacob, first half overall, what did you make of it?
That was dishwater, to be honest with you. Not enough crosses into the box. Not enough attacking flair in the final third. Set pieces have been mediocre, to say the least. No one's making the run in behind. Yeah, I'm disappointed, to be honest, Philly. I think I would have wanted to have had a more energetic performance for the last game of the season, especially against the side who've already been relegated. I mean, I know we started the game quite well in terms of a high press, but it sort of dipped off a bit as the half went on, and I think we were drawing too many fouls in the game, and I think that slowed the pace of the game down. But yeah, I think looking at the bench also, the likes of, was it McGeady could come on, Chris Maguire, I think he'll be wanting to make a point before the playoff games, and Aidan O'Brien, Grant Leppert is on there as well. So yeah, I think we could do with one of them right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the more it goes on, 0-0 as well, they're sort of like gaining a bit more confidence. We're joined by Jack. How did you see the first half, Jack? Don't sit on your telly.
Very flat, very slow, really, wasn't it? There wasn't much tempo to our game. There wasn't really any threat from Sunderland. I thought we were too nice to play against from a Northampton point of view. Everything was in front. As Jacob said, we were slowing the game down with niggly little fouls, which didn't allow us to build any rhythm in the game. I can't recall us having a half with so little action in and around the opposition penalty area at this level. I think have we even had a shot on target, one or two off target, and a couple of half balls at the box. But yeah, I think it's just very slow, and I expected something to be different today. I thought we'd be coming out the blocks and playing in a tempo, playing with urgency, and yeah, we've just been slow and boring, really boring to watch, and it's not been great, has it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think. Well, mad mistake on the chat here, says Terry's saying terrible final third, and I think, was it you, Jacob, said that Charlie White's not even really had a sniff on one of yours in that. I thought we started well. I thought Jack Diamond was very good early on down that right hand side, and it just sort of like it went off the boil. Would you make any changes, Jacob, at half time, or somebody who could, like you say, like Jack says, he can't really even remember a shot on goal. Would you take White off, or is he just not getting the service?
I think he's just not getting the service now, to be honest. I think he could do with a strike partner up there like Aidan O'Brien, which I still believe Aidan O'Brien played a big part in him scoring a lot of those goals that he did at the turn of the year. But in terms of the players we've already got out there, to be honest, I would like to see potentially Luke O'Nien move to right back. I think we're lacking pace on that right-hand side. I think Conor McLaughlin is struggling to make the overlapping runs.
Well, do you not think? I think Conor McLaughlin's got up there a few times. To be fair, I think I've seen him get up there. Am I not seeing it right? I don't know.
I mean, not enough in terms of like getting all the way to the byline and being able to put decent. I think he's not got quite the pace for that as much as O'Nien does. But I think McLaughlin's a solid player. He draws in a lot of fouls. He's got a lot of physicality. I think him alongside Bailey Wright could work at centre half, and adding a bit of pace on the right hand side with Luke O'Nien, I think could change that. I think Luke O'Nien will link up better with Jack Diamond than Conor McLaughlin, but that's just me. But yeah, I think we definitely need more urgency in the final third with whoever he decides to bring on, potentially Chris Maguire. I think the game could really do with someone like him at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. Jack, well, what would you do? Would you change it? What do you think we could do to sort of like spice it up a bit?
I think definitely you've got to look at the options like Maguire and McGeady. Certainly, I think our creative players, the ones you'd expect to be doing things like a Lyndon Gooch or a Jordan Jones, haven't been in the game at all. I think Charlie White, I agree with you. Charlie White does rely on service a lot of the time, but I think he's got to offer a little bit more himself sometimes. I think he hasn't coped with the physicality, which is unusual, because he is sometimes quite good at that. But I think today he's been second best. He's been second to every ball. They've kind of dominated him in the centre halves. And I do think we've had a lot of opportunities to get the balls into the box. And I think, the quality of the ball in the box, as I've said quite often this season, has been poor. I think when teams are sitting deep and frustrating us, like Oxford are, I think, there's not a lot of space to get balls in behind. So we can't really play a ball in behind because they're sitting so deep. And I think when you get the ball and so many defenders in the box, the delivery into the box has got to be good. And I think at times today, delivery into the box has been quite poor. So, maybe Chris Maguire and Aidan McGeady are definitely the two, best at getting balls into the box. Maybe bring them on. Certainly, if not now, then within the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right. We are lacking, that creative player who can do something with it. And like you say, Gooch and Jones have not really shone. Just on the chat quickly, the casual observer says it's a good cure for insomnia. Fair enough. David Spencer says Cobblers have got a game plan. Susan Beaumont saying surely Sunderland can beat a team who are 22nd in the league. Yeah, but well, I don't know. Terry, forever going on about the system. System is so bad. We need 4-3-3. If you're a regular viewer to the channel, you'll know that Terry's a big favourite of 4-3-3. And to be honest, why not? Why don't we change that system and do something? Mick Griffiths agrees with Terry there as well. As we stand, then at the moment, Oxford are in that final playoff place. Surprisingly, I mean, Portsmouth are losing at home to Accrington Stanley. Who, to be fair, Accrington Stanley's not a bad little team, but apparently they're all over Portsmouth first half. And Portsmouth now need at least 2 goals because a draw's not good enough. Who would you? Let's say it stays as it is now with Blackpool, ourselves, Lincoln, and Oxford. Who would you least like to meet then in the playoffs out of those teams? Jacob down in the London studio.
Well, like I said on Thursday, Philly, I think we can't really see it of who we much rather want to play and who we'd least rather want to play. I think it's just a case of whoever we get, we have to be fully prepared for it. And listen, if it stays as it is, I think we've got the capability of putting the likes of Oxford, Blackpool, and Lincoln away easily. But it's a case of whether we have the right system, whether we have the right mentality, and whether we prepare in the right way as well. Because I know we haven't picked up results, particularly against, we dropped points at home to Lincoln this season. Blackpool done the double over us. So yeah, it's all about correcting the mistakes from those games and applying that to the playoff matches. So listen, whoever we get, it's there at the end of the day. It's just about us getting through the 3 games, hopefully, and getting the job done, and that's winning promotion to the Championship.
Well, on the chat, Dale Boyd says Blackpool. See, for me, even though Blackpool have beaten us twice, I wasn't that impressed with Blackpool.
No.
And I know they've been on a run. The team you'd least like to meet, then we'll hand that to Jack in the New Bottle studio.
The team I'd least likely to play, probably Blackpool, just because they've beaten us twice. I agree with what you're saying, Phil. I don't think they really played particularly well, but I just think there's a feeling that they've maybe got one over on us a little bit. You know what I mean? And they know that they can grind us out and nick a goal and win it against us. And I think there were 2 difficult games, and I think mentality might come into it a little bit, whereby they think, like similar to where we had it over the Mags so many times, where it was like almost a foregone conclusion we're going to beat them every time. They might have that in us, and it might be a mentality thing. But I think whoever it is, we need to go on the back of this. We need to win this game. Basically, we need to go into the back of in the playoffs on the back of 2 wins. You know what I mean? And I've been really disappointed that we haven't played like we did last week. You know, we're energetic, we're cricket. Plymouth were creating chances, and today it's just been very, very flat and boring. So hopefully, second half we come out with a higher tempo, and because we're not going to beat anybody in the playoffs playing like we've played first half. Let's call it right. So. Just up with whoever we play, there needs to be a sense of urgency, and I'm not really feeling we've had that. Not feeling we've had that today.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we always say on this channel, Sunderland are never the same 2 halves, so we could be getting second half Sunderland. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we've been that bad outside. I think we started all right. I still think we're going to win the game. It's died off a bit, but interestingly, Johnny Cool in the chat says it doesn't surprise him the way the game's going. No injuries is paramount. So even though, Jack, you say, we should be getting another win, so we're on the back of 2 wins, then going in the playoffs. Jack, do you not think that's a fair point? Getting no injuries is probably more important than winning the game. Do you disagree with that?
I just think I get where where he's coming from. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to harm yourself and harm your chances of injuries to players. But I think it's not. Football's not a type of game where you can just turn it off and on. Do you know what I mean? And then not try, and then the next game we're going to try, and then I think we should be going out every game at this level, playing to win and playing with the tempo and an urgency. And I think if that results in us getting 1 or 2 knocks, then that's the way that it is, unfortunately. But you can't switch it on and off in football and say, oh, well, we'll relax today, and then when the first leg of the playoff comes, we'll be 100% and all, because I just don't think it works like that.
Yeah. Got to agree there. DJ Sizzle Watson says, hand back to Motti in the BBC studios. So Motti in our London BBC studio. What do you think? Is that not a fair point with the injuries? Is getting no injuries more important than the continuity, or do you think we should be going all out for a win here?
You get that impression watching the game. I mean, there's been a few incidences where I think 1 or 2 players have not shown enough physicality trying to win the second ball. I think they don't want to pull up with an injury or anything. I think considering we've got these 2 massive games in the playoffs coming up, I think there is nerves on that front. But at the end of the day, I think you're going out at the same time to impress this manager and also win your spot for the playoff matches. So I think the attitude, if that's the case, needs to change, because this team could be very different from the one that he puts out for the first leg, whether it's home or away, on the 18th or 19th of May.
Right, fair enough. On the chat here, Colin Hutton says, if we don't play Charlton, he fancies us to go up, which is, heaven forbid it ends up like that with Charlton. But Michael has joined us back. We're just saying, Michael, how did you see the first half?
Started all right. First 10-15 minutes, I thought there was a bit of energy about it, and I thought we tried to get at Northampton. But I think I do agree with Jacob that when you get the impression watching the match that these players have got one eye on the playoffs in the back of their minds, which I suppose to an extent is natural, it's human, but at the same time, for that very reason, they should be playing just a little bit more to say, no, come on, mate, to saying to Lee Johnson, this is why I should be in the team for the playoffs. This is exactly why I should get a slot. I think we looked okay in patches, but I think we could go up another gear in the second half.
Right, just very quickly, Michael, we're going to say bye to Jack now. Jack, thanks very much for joining us pre-match and cheers, at half-time. Absolute star.
Thanks very much, Jack. Nice. Hopefully we can get that goal and get the win. But thanks for having us on, lads. See you later.
Superb. Thanks, Jack. We'll catch you later. Cheers, pal. Ta-da.
There's a change, by the way, for Sunderland. Aiden Media's replaced Jack Diamond.
About time.
Right. Interesting. Just very quickly before we start as well, Carl, who is Marianne Carlo's wife, has put in there, please pray for my wife, Marianne, lads. We absolutely do, without a doubt. Get well soon. Hopefully, you'll be out of hospital soon, Marianne Carlo in Boston, Massachusetts.
Fingers crossed, my friend.
We are with you all the way, all the lads on SAFC Fan TV. We're in play. Michael, do you want to start us off?
Sound. Okay, then. Well, Northampton kicked off, so it's the same as the first half, just reversed. Obviously, Northampton going from left to right, Sunderland right to left. Northampton are keeping the ball, moving it around with a little bit more intensity at the start of the second half. I don't know whether Sunderland have been caught up short here. Anyway, McGeady's won the ball, so I said back to Lee Burge. Northampton are pressing a little bit higher than what I did see them do towards the back end of the first half. But now Sunderland have enough room to manoeuvre to try and get the ball out with defence. Denver Hume gets it forward. He's now got it towards that is Lyndon Gooch. So I'll be interested to see positionally if anyone changes where with Aidan McGeady coming on the pitch. But I would imagine Aidan McGeady's on the left. Anyway, McGeady passed the ball to Gooch. Gooch tried to get the ball forward to the centre to Charlie Wyke. Wasn't the greatest of passes, but he's managed to keep hold of it. But now he's giving it away. Pretty poor pass, which was intended for Max Power. But I think that is Mikael Miller has managed to keep hold of it. But Sunderland have won the ball back. Jordan Jones in the centre circle. Aidan McGeady to his left-hand side. Jordan Jones is running away with the ball. He's trying to pass that. He's trying to get through a ball towards Charlie Wyke, but no, it's been deflected off Northampton for a corner for Sunderland. Any comments, quick, Phil?
No, lots of our viewers are wishing Marianne Carlo well in hospital there. So massive support.
Yeah, hopefully she gets better. Hopefully she gets better. Hopefully she gets better. So we're all with you, mate. Anyway, Jordan Jones is on the left-hand side. That ball is not on the line at all. But anyway, ball comes into the box. Northampton's headed it out pretty comfortably. But it's as far as Aidan McGeady. So a bit of a contradiction from me there, I suppose. Aidan McGeady's got the ball. He's going to try and get a dink ball into the box, but it's just gone past everybody's heads and it's gone out for a goal kick to Northampton, which Mitchell will take. Jacob, what would you say? Sorry, go on, Phil. No, go on. You carry on.
Well, interesting that McGeady's come on for Maguire for Diamond. Sorry, he's been on 2 minutes already. He's put a cross in the box there. So, and that's what we need. We need, if White's going to get something, he does need some service. We're back in play and back to you, Michael, in the Bolden studio.
In the random studio where we don't know where I'm going to be because of internet problems. Anyway, Northampton have now got the ball themselves in their own back line. They've managed to get it towards the right back position, but Mitchell has cleared it out for a Sunderland throw-in, which Denver Hume has now taken. It's now with Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen back to Denver Hume. Denver Hume's just in the centre. He's been dispossessed a little. It's been dispossessed, but brought back for a free kick by McWilliams on Denver Hume. Denver Hume's still on the ground. McWilliams is walking away from the referee, so I don't know whether there's going to be a card produced. But obviously, if it is one, it's going to be in yellow. Might not even be a card at all, to be honest. Anyway, we have a free kick just before the halfway line. I don't know how quick Sunderland are going to try and take this. Josh Scowen and Denver Hume are both standing over the ball. So left-hand side of the pitch, around the halfway, just after the halfway line. Looks like Luke O'Nien could be taking this. I don't know whether we're going to try and do a switch launch towards the right-hand side. Looks like we are. Luke O'Nien gets it forward. And it's headers won by Charlie Wyke. And Lyndon Gooch could be in here. Lyndon Gooch saved by Mitchell. There you go. So straight away we're showing a little more intensity at the start of the second half. Although I don't know whether that was given for offside. Charlie Wyke did well to win the header there.
Yeah, very well.
Lyndon Gooch did. Lyndon Gooch was just basically on the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. It was a little bit too far wide to really do anything with that. But nevertheless, a bit more promise. Anyway, I think that's going to be Northampton with a goal kick or a free kick, whichever way they've got the ball. Lyndon Gooch is walking towards the centre. We're just waiting for Mitchell to get the ball cleared into the air. The camera's just still zooming in on Lyndon Gooch here. Okay, now we're just waiting for Northampton playing the number 28, which I believe that is Jones. Jones just tying up his shoelaces. Now the camera's on me. Just Phil, I'll tell you, is there any more comments quickly?
We're back in play already, Michael. So away you go.
Okay, right. Oh,
and now we're out of play. No, I'm just I'm a little bit disappointed that it took to the 48th minute to get the switch launch comment, but you got it in there, which is the main thing. We're back in play, Michael. Back to you.
Yeah, then
and
we're going to do the pass. Should we do the pass launch instead?
No, just carry on with the commentary, shall we?
O'Nien's with the ball. O'Nien's got the ball with Josh Scowen. Back to O'Nien. Back to Josh Scowen. Centre circle. Going to pass it towards Max Power on the right hand side. Conor McLaughlin's just a bit ahead of him. Actually, no, it's not. That is Jordan Jones. My mistake. Anyway, we're now passing it back with Bailey Wright. He's just going to launch it across the pitch and switch it to the left hand side. Aidan McGeady's managed to control it down. Let Denver Hume's forward with him. Aidan McGeady's going to try and overlap here. Denver Hume's got into the penalty area, but he's been dispossessed. Feet were just probably a little bit too quick for him. Anyway, Northampton are passing it around. They managed to clear it. Well played from Lyndon Gooch, though. He did manage to win Northampton a throw-in, but he was pressing the clearance that they were going to attempt to try and make. So now still Sunderland 0, Northampton Town 0 at the Stadium of Light. Obviously, final day of the season again. If you've just joined, obviously Northampton are already relegated. Sunderland are already, still the playoff place. It's just a question. The only thing that's undecided is where we're going to finish in the playoffs. Anyway, long throw forward. Sunderland are going to get hold of it. I think Luke O'Nine's going to see you can see the free kick here. No, he's not. The ball's gone forward again. The ball's gone off Charlie Wyke. It's a bit scrappy in the middle at the moment. And Northampton are just trying to sort of press Sunderland a little bit more. They've made it again. They've made it another scrappy occasion. Now Conor McLaughlin's just headed it back towards Lee Burge just to try and calm things down a little bit. And Lee Burge has thrown the ball forward towards Denver Hume. I think that ball might be a bit too far for him. It is. Northampton have cleared it, but it's back again in the hands of Lee Burge. So Conor McLaughlin's to his right, but he's took the short option to pass to Bailey Wright. Going to get the ball away from our own penalty box. Now it's with Conor McLaughlin. Max Powers ahead of him. Back towards Bailey Wright. I feel like I'm saying that quite a lot today, actually. Bailey Wright switches it towards Denver Hume on the left-hand side. And Aidan McGeady's ahead of him. Denver Hume had the right idea, tried to pass through to Aidan McGeady, but Hoskins has managed to clear it out for a Sunderland throw-in. And now my stream just froze for a second there. But and Chris Maguire is about to come on.
And because we're going to have to fill in the studio.
Yep, and it is now Conor McLaughlin is coming off. So I'm going to assume that means that Power's going to right back, unless we're going to a back three. I don't know, but I would think Power will be at right back, but then Maguire might be... I don't know where you put Maguire, actually. Maybe Gooch is a bit deeper, I don't know. Anyway, Denver Hume's got the throw in here on the left-hand side, about midway into Northampton's half. Denver Hume's now got hold of the ball again. He's passed it back towards Max Power. He's going to try and switch it towards Jordan Jones, but I think that ball is it's not too heavy for him. Jordan Jones has managed to keep hold of it on the right-hand side. Back towards Lyndon Gooch. Or maybe Gooch has gone to right back then. Anyway, Max Power switches it across to the left-hand side. Aidan McGee's managed to control it. Denver Hume's ahead of him. Aidan McGee's in the penalty area. He's managed to get past his man. He's still got hold of possession. He's tried to dink it into the box, but Mitchell has easily claimed it. Jacob, what were your thoughts on that substitution? Maguire coming on and replacing Conor McLaughlin. And where do you think that would leave us formation-wise?
It's needed, mate. Need more quality in the final third. I think Maguire can provide that. I'm not sure. Maybe Gooch, I think, will go slightly wide. I think Maguire might play as a number 10, which personally I think that will be a better option because of Maguire's shooting ability outside the box. But only time will tell as the game goes on. We'll work out ourselves.
Yeah, that it will, mate. Anyway, Northampton have got hold of possession again. Now it is Morris who's passed it back to the centre-back. Now it's Morris again on the ball on the right-hand side. Now it's with, I think that is, it's with Morris again. Northampton are just keeping hold of the ball at the minute. Sunderland are trying to press, but Sunderland have managed to press them into giving the ball away. Aidan McGeady's run down the left-hand side, but there's 3 Northampton players against him. So as expected, he's been dispossessed. No Sunderland player was helping him in that moment there. Northampton have cleared it out, and it's back to Denver Hume. Now it's with Aidan McGeady, I would think. Yeah, no, Aidan McGeady's giving the ball away. Northampton are making it very difficult for Sunderland at the minute, and now it's back with Mitchell in goal for Northampton. While Charlie White's trying to press, but Northampton are passing the ball around quite nicely at the moment, around their own third. Just waiting for them to try and do something and get forward. Horsfall has managed to switch it right towards Jones, passes it towards, I believe, that is Harriman, back towards Jones. Charlie White's putting him under pressure here, but Northampton have still managed to hold firm and keep hold of possession. Northampton are now trying to attack forward in Sunderland's half, but I think that is Bailey Wright is giving away a throw. Phil, is there any comments?
Yay! You've come to me. I'm here. And we're back in place. I'm back in place. So back to you, Michael.
Oh, okay. Well, on that next break, I'll go back to you then. Anyway, Northampton put the ball just to the left-hand and right-hand side of the box. Hoskins, touch was too much for Hoskins, and I think Denver Hume has won Sunderland a free kick. Denver Hume, I think, and Hoskins just got in the way of each other, and now they're just having a little bit of what looks like a verbal discussion, shall we say. Right, Phil, now I'll come to you.
Michael, have a drink of water, so when it goes out of play, I can come to me. And we're back in play again now, so back to you, Michael. Away you go.
God, my timing's been as good as Sunderland's offensive display. Anyway, Chris Maguire is on the ball, right-hand side. just looking to try and find the options with him. Still on the right-hand side, Jordan Jones. He's beat his man. He's running towards Northampton's penalty box. Jordan Jones is going to have a shot, and it's just been, I think that's been saved by Mitchell out for a Sunderland corner. Now, Phil, I'll go to you.
Yes, well done. I've got to say, Jack called it at half-time. Well done to him. He said about getting Maguire and McGeady on, which is what they've done. Just very quickly in the chat, Rochdale have gone 2-0 up away at the MK Dons. Rochdale already relegated as well, so they've done that. There was a comment I was going to read out earlier, but it's disappeared now. Oh, yeah. Michaelon Allen said the dynamic play of the team has changed. Is this because Wyke's on instead of Stewart? Interesting. Possibly.
There's a good case for that. There's a good case for that. I think, well, we'll talk about that when the ball next goes out to play. Anyway, Bailey Wright now brought to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen's running forward with the ball near the centre circle. Now it's to the right-hand side, where it looks like Lyndon Gooch is playing right back, or unless him and Power are interchanging on the right-hand side. Power's passed it back to Lyndon Gooch. He passed it to Josh Scowen. We've now got inside Northampton's half. Still not many options going forward, though. So we need to start taking a bit more responsibility. Max Power, now it's with Chris Maguire. Chris Maguire has managed to hold off Northampton. Now it's back towards Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. Oh, Gooch tried a decent through ball towards Chris Maguire, but it didn't quite manage to reach him. And he's out for a Northampton throw-in. And now, which has been taken quickly, Mick Williams is now on the ball. Now it's out towards, I believe that is Marshall. Now it's back towards Harriman, I believe. Anyway, now it's in the centre. Morris passed it back towards, I believe that is Horsfield. Now it's with Sam Hoskins. Sam Hoskins. Goodness me, I cannot talk today. So I'm trying a bit more of a pressing game. But Northampton have managed to keep hold of possession there. And Josh Scowen has needlessly given away a free kick. He's just clipped at one of the Northampton players who was on the ball. So now it's out of play. Do you think the dynamic of the team has changed with Wyke being in instead Stewart?
Looks like we're... You know what, Philly? I'll come to you first.
Just very quickly, it's just that Oxford have gone 3-0 up now, and Taffy Mackham says his wife's just said he's not allowed to do his flamingo impression anymore, so he's going to have to put his foot down. Go on, Taffy Mackham. That's what I like.
Yeah. Stamping authority. I like it. Anyway, Northampton took a free kick forward. Luke O'Neill has managed to win the resulting header. Max Powers headed it back to Lee Burge. So Lee Burge has got hold of the ball. Now it's back to Bailey Wright. Luke O'Neill just now trying to get the ball away from our penalty box again, away from our own third altogether. Denver Hume has got the ball through towards, I think that was Chris Maguire, but it's been deflected in towards the path of Marshall. Marshall passes it back towards the centre. Now Northampton have got the ball back with their centre halves. Now it's down their left, Sunderland's right-hand side. Now it's in Sunderland's half. And they've passed it out for a throw-in. Anyway, as I was saying earlier with the question, do you think that our dynamic of the team has changed with Wyke being in there instead of Stewart? Or are we looking too much into that?
That's to you, Jacob, in the London studio.
Difficult one, really. To be honest, Maguire's come on, but...
hang on, Sunderland have just given the ball away. Marshall's got the ball on the edge of the penalty area, and Sunderland have conceded a free kick. We're doing quite a lot of this in this game. There must be about half a dozen free kicks we've conceded when we didn't need to. But anyway, go on, Phil.
Back to you, Jacob. You were saying why we take this, why we get ready to take the free kick. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, Maguire's on, but he's not had the ball so far. Just, I'm disappointed, to be honest. Not much has changed in the second half at all from the first, and McGeady's just been frozen out on the left-hand side, just struggled to beat Northampton's back line, which is disappointing. I mean, come on, these lot are already down.
And back to Michael in the ball.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for the free kick. Yeah, in the most random studio ever. Northampton have got the ball. I think that is Mikael Miller who's standing over this, although Marshall is with him. As is, I believe that might be Morris or Watson. I could see a number 8 on one of the shirts, but I don't know if it's 18 or 8. Anyway, Mikael Miller's standing back, so it's a free kick just outside the penalty box. It's a free kick that's been taken, but it's been blocked, but it's come back out to Morris. Now it's back to the right-hand side. Mikael Miller is going to put a ball in the box, but it's comfortably out. I think that might be going out for a Northampton corner. Yes, it is. Just before the hour mark. So it's still Sunderland 0, Northampton Town 0. Northampton have got a corner. Phil, any more comments?
In a word, no. Back to you, Michael, in the Bolden studio.
I love that. Okay. Well, Phil, I'll ask you this quickly. What do you think? Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll wait until the corner's been taken, then I'll ask you. But anyway. Well, they're just going to make us look like an idiot here and take ages to take this corner, aren't they?
No, it's okay.
Anyway.
Well,
no, they're not.
Well,
no. Anyway, ball comes in from the right-hand side, and it's been headed out for a goal kick. Phil, now I'll ask you. Do you think we do in the last half score a goal?
That guy in the trash can says we feel he looks like an anchor man, and Dean Wood says I'm glad you said anchor. I don't even know what they mean. So there you go. Lumpy still out of the playoff positions. Oxford is still there. We're back in play. Michael, take it away.
Hey, that we are. Anyway, Denver Hume, left-hand side. Long ball forward. Ian McGeady, who I think might be offside. Nope, the linesman hasn't given it. Then McGeady's passed it to the centre, Josh Gowan. Now he's passed it backwards towards Max Power. I think the momentum of the attack's gone now, though. Max Power's just keeping hold of the ball. He's just going to try a long shot. So he's running forward with the ball. Now it's with Aidan McGeady, still in the centre of the pitch. And I don't know what McGeady was trying there. I think he was trying for a through ball down the left-hand side, looking for someone to make the run, but nobody was doing it. And McGeady's as frustrated as I think I am with this performance so far. Anyway, do I dare add more comments? Is there still nothing new?
Yes, no, there is. Carl Orchard says, go up Sunderland. That's from a Wednesday fan. So Sheffield Wednesday, who got relegated, they're going to be in this division next season. Good luck to you. We'll go straight back up. And just very quickly before you come back in, Wigan 2, Swindon 1. Back to you, Mike Hill.
Fair enough then. Anyway, Lyndon Gooch is now running down the right wing. Jordan Jones is ahead of him. I think Lyndon Gooch has put a good through ball to Jordan Jones. I don't know if he's going to quite get to it. Jones has gone down, and the referee doesn't look like he's given any. Nope, I think it's Sam Hoskins with the ball, rather. Forward, but I think, hang on, Marshall could get to this first ahead of Luke O'Neill. Okay, no, Luke O'Neill's passed it towards Lee Burge. There we go. Now he's passed it towards Denver Hume. And Jacob's clearly frustrated about something, so I'll ask him the next time the ball goes out to play what he's frustrated by. Anyway, the camera's now on Jordan Jones, but we're still in play. Josh Gowan got Max Power and Bailey Wright to his right. No pun intended. Max Power's now got hold of the ball. But there's no options, though. Where's the options, lads? Now, got the ball forward towards, I believe that is Jordan Jones. We're going to switch it to the left-hand side. Denver Hume's now, after slight miscommunication with McGeady, was going to get that ball. He's got it, but he's passed it in McGeady. Left-hand side of the penalty box. McGeady going to try and do too much here. He's managed to win some of the throw-in. And now the throw-in has been taken fairly quickly. Northampton have headed it out, but it's towards Josh Gowan. Josh Gowan's received the ball. Aidan McGeady, so a lovely back flick towards Josh Gowan. He's passed it to Aidan McGeady. Just left-hand side of the box. He's put a ball into the box, but he hasn't found anyone in red and white. Max Power's tried to head the ball back towards the penalty box, and Northampton have comfortably dealt with it. It's yet more head tennis. That's another reason I want to get out of this league. Anyway, Lyndon Gooch is on the right-hand side. Chris Maguire towards the centre now. He's going to try and put a ball in the box. I think that's going to go over everything he says, and it is for a goal kick. Jacob, what were you getting frustrated about earlier?
I mean, I've just seen the replay there. I mean, I think Jordan Jones, to be honest, was going down looking for that, to be honest. I thought it was an absolute stonewall penalty, but
he was making a meal of that, to be fair.
Yeah, I've just seen it on the close-up there. Yeah, it's a soft one, to be honest, if the ref gave that.
Can I just quickly say, when it's not a very good game when the jokes in the chat are better than the game itself. Taffy Mackham's back again saying, so what if I don't know what Armageddon means? It's not the end of the world. He says that. And Jeff Allcroft says, Taffy, you can have my spanner. You're nuts. There you go. Back to you in the studio. Michael.
Oh, God. Okay. The Northampton are going forward themselves. Although Sunderland that managed to dispossess him, Denver Hume's got hold of the ball. Now it's with Chris Maguire. Just right-hand side of the centre circle. Jordan Jones is now on the left wing. He's going to try. He's got a little bit of space in front of him, but again, there's no one to take responsibility. He's passed it towards Max Power, though. Max Power's trying to put the ball into the box. Chris Maguire's received it. He was in an offside position. The ref looked like he was going to blow his whistle. Ball into the box. I think that was Jordan Jones and Lyndon Gooch. Now it's come out to Chris Maguire. Now it's with Aidan McGeady, left penalty area. I think McGee's going to try and put up the box. It's towards Charlie White, but Northampton have comfortably dealt there. Not doing enough when we're getting to the final third, lads. Come on, away. Now Sunderland have got hold of the ball again. Now we're going to try and mount another attack. Now it's Lyndon Gooch. Wing again. But this time there's hardly anybody there with him. Most of the players behind him. Now it's with Lyndon Gooch again. Max Power's trying to screen for the ball. He's managed to receive the ball. Josh Gowan still in the centre. Max Power has done the switch launch again, but it hasn't reached Aidan McGeady, and Northampton could come away with this. Right-hand side, now it's with Marshall, but he's managed to win Northampton Town a throw-in. Any more comments? Never mind, sorry, we're back in play again. Anyway, Marshall's pass Hoskins. Now Northampton's back line are just passing it around. Yeah, well, you can interrupt if you want, Phil. There's nothing going on.
Hey, I will do then. Riggy Diggio said, who said we would win 5-0? Just let me check. Oh, that'd be Jacob. Well done, Jacob, on your prediction.
Oh, dearie me.
Well, speaking of which, hopefully there's another 2 subs that are going to be made. Carl Winchester and Grant Ledbetter are coming on. So Josh Gowan's coming off for Grant Ledbetter, and I'm going to predict it might be Max Power coming off Carl Winchester, but been wrong before. Anyway, Josh Gowan's coming off, looks a bit disappointed. Grant Ledbetter is now on the field for the last, including stoppage time, probably the last 30 minutes.
Johnny,
whose place Carl Winchester is taking.
Power's
Max
off.
Power, yeah. Sorry, Phil, go on.
Power's off for Winchester, yeah. Johnny Cool quickly says Wigan are in promotion form. They're winning 3-1 now at home to Swindon. We're back in play there, Michael. Do a few more minutes and Jacob can take over, all right?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll carry on to 70 minutes and then Jacob can take over from there.
Oh, will you now? Oh,
anyway,
right.
Bailey White's got hold of the ball. Running out of the defence with it, but again, the movement's too slow. Oh, yes, Phil. That I will. Just trying to be sophisticated. Anyway, no, this is more entertaining than the game, which says a lot. Carl Winchester, Grant Ledbetter. Grant Ledbetter. Now it's Jordan Jones. He's got past one man. He's got a bit of pace here. Jordan Jones is running towards the penalty area, but he's been tackled pretty fairly in the referee's eyes, and it looks pretty fair. Nothing's been given. Now Northampton could try to get the ball forward, but Lyndon Gooch has done quite the ball back. There's still a few more options. Ledbetter's with the ball. Back to Carl Winchester. He is the definition of size and backwards passing. Carl Winchester. There's the sideways pass. Luke O'Nien. Even more sideways with Denver Hume. Denver Hume's trying to get forward, and Northampton have cleared the ball, and now could sort of calm things down a little bit themselves. And here goes hang on, is that Aidan O'Brien? It looks like Aidan O'Brien's on the pitch. I'm sure I've seen a number 10. If he is, I don't know who's come off for. It might be Charlie White, actually. Anyway, Bailey White's got the ball again. Now it's with Luke O'Nien. This is becoming a regular theme, this. Luke O'Nien, running with the ball. No options in front of him. Well, now there is Denver Hume. Denver Hume's on the left-hand side. Aidan McGeady's just nearer to the centre. Aidan McGeady's just trying to do a little too much, but he's managed to keep hold of the ball. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's managed to give the ball away. Now Northampton could get themselves forward. There's an attack down the right-hand side for Northampton. Northampton's right on his left-hand side. Hoskins tried to put the ball into the box, and I think it's been deflected out for a Northampton Town corner. Quick, Phil, any comments?
Right, just very quickly, O'Brien is on for White.
Yeah.
And also, Taffy Mackham's had a little bit of bad news. So we just want to announce this. Taffy Mackham's had some bad news. He's been diagnosed with colour blindness, and it's come totally out of the purple. Why are you not going to laugh? Why are you not laughing?
God. Oh, they're going to comment on that.
Because it was so...
Oh, God. Don't know what more you want. Well, apart from someone to win this game. Anyway, cross coming from the right-hand side. It's going to go to a player at the back post, but it's been headed wide for a goal kick, which Lee Burge is going to take. Yeah, I'm sorry, Phil. That joke was terrible. Sorry, Taffy.
No,
that's almost as bad as my jokes, and that's saying something. Anyway, Bailey White, Grant Ledbetter. Now it's with Grant. You're putting us off now, man. Anyway, now is it someone trying to get forward here, but they've lost hold of the ball. Now Hampton's got it again, halfway line. Hopeful ball forward, or maybe not be. Might not be so hopeful. Marshall's got hold of the ball. Luke O'Nien's managed to dispossess him. He's passed it back to Lee Burge. Who's cleared it, and it's going to go backwards towards Northampton. No, it's not. That is going to be Carl Winchester with the ball. It's with Lyndon Gooch to let right-hand side. Goodness me, this has got to be up there, one of the most boring games I've ever seen. Lyndon Gooch gone for dinking the ball forward, looking for a free kick, but he hasn't managed to win it, and Northampton have a throw-in. You know, whoever it was that said they were watching the first half of the Blackpool home game a couple of weeks ago said it was very dull. I'm now starting to get an impression of what that was like. Goodness me. Northampton got a throw-in on their left Sunderland's right-hand side, which they have now taken. It's near the 70-minute mark.
Right, that's it. Michael, hand over to Jacob. You're about 3 hours behind us
Hang on,
anyway.
someone's got hold of the ball here. Ian O'Brien's. Okay. Yeah.
About time.
Right, okay,
Go
I'm
for it
handing
then.
over to
Give me vocal
Jacob
cords
in the
rest.
London studio. Jacob.
Thank you very much, wee Philly. As Aidan O'Brien's shot is probably still travelling, to be honest, as Jonathan Mitchell goes to pick up a new ball and take this goal kick up the field, 0-0, approaching the 70-minute mark, looking for Mark Marshall, but volleyed away by Bailey Wright, out for a throw to Northampton on this near right-hand side, which the ball finds Mikael Miller on the left, and he tries to put the ball into the box. Luke O'Nien, good strength there to head the ball away, but the ball finds into the path now of one of their substitutes, I believe, or is it Sean McWilliams? McWilliams now back to Fraser Ho, the centre half, and he goes all the way back to Jonathan Mitchell. The attack that they tried to start is now dead, and they have to start a new one. Nico Harriman on the left-hand side.
Harry Bow.
Ryan Watson now, but he gives it away to Carl Winchester, one of Sunderland's substitutes today. Bailey Wright now to Grant Ledbetter, who's also come on the pitch recently. Aidan McGeady, another poor pass once again. Not been good enough in possession. Sunderland the second half. Mikael Miller trying to outturn Carl Winchester, but the ball finds itself back in possession of Sunderland as Lyndon Gooch now just over the halfway line. Sunderland trying to boost their confidence by keeping the ball and string some passes together, and it's another poor ball once again. Another poor switch pass as Mikael Miller, or Mark Marshall rather, going to win this. He is. He's beaten Luke O'Nien on the right-hand side. Is Mark Marshall going to cross the ball? He is, and it's a poor delivery goal kick to Sunderland, which Lee Burge wants to take quickly. Philly, what's happening on the live chat, mate?
Yeah, just very quickly. Taffy Mackham saying at least the restaurants are open on the 17th. He's booked his favourite restaurant. It's called Karma. There's no menu. You just get what you deserve.
I like that one. Anyway, Denver Hume on the left-hand side. He's got a bit of space to run into here. The overlapping Aidan McGeady. Is he going to get out of this? He does. Going past Fraser Ho. It's a decent ball in, which Winchester gets. And Chris Maguire trying to win the ball off Lloyd Jones, their centre-half, but the ball drops to Carl Winchester. He goes for a switch pass to Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side, just outside Northampton's penalty area. Decent crossing from Jordan Jones, and it's headed out by Sam Hoskins. Corner kick to Sunderland on the near left-hand side with about 18 minutes left here. 0-0.
Bob Hoskins is what it is. Jacob, I think the second half's no better than the first. To be honest, it's a very dull game. But as we stand, Oxford is still in that 6th place playoff place. So it's looking good for them so far. Corner, Aidan McGeady to take it. Back to you in the London studio, Jacob.
McGeady takes, and there's too much weight on it. Easily gathered by Jonathan Mitchell. Another poor set-piece delivery by Sunderland today. Probably the best one was that Lyndon Gooch one in the first half, which Jonathan Mitchell had to tip round the post. Or it might have been from Jordan Jones, rather. Jonathan Mitchell with a long kick up down the right channel, aiming for Mark Marshall. Is Bailey Wright going to win this off Mikael Miller? And looks like he has. Grant Ledbetter now. Someone playing the ball out from the back this time, keeping it on the deck. Lyndon Gooch to Jordan Jones as he carries the ball over the halfway line on the far left-hand side. Jordan Jones now giving a 1-2 with Lyndon Gooch. Is someone going to get the ball into the box? Jordan Jones is going to whip it in with his right foot. And it's another poor delivery from Sunderland, but the ball falls to Grant Ledbetter. He tries to hoof the ball up, and it's headed out by, I think it was Harriman.
Right, just very quickly, Jacob. Blackpool have taken the lead against Bristol Rovers. So as it is at the moment, they're going to cement 3rd place. We are still in 4th, which means we'll play the second leg at home. But still time yet. Let's see if we can get a goal. It's a corner to Sunderland. Back to you.
Bit of carry on in the box
handbags,
there.
Handbags, where it is.
Bailey Wright and Jones having a bit of head-to-head there. And
bit
the
of head
referee's
tennis.
not quite. But the referee's just going to pull them aside here and tell them we're not having any of that.
Somebody on the David Spencer on the chat has just said poor. I'm not sure if he's referring to the game or the jokes that are appearing in the live chat. But Connor, here we go.
Anyway, the corner kick swung in. It's headed away from Hoskins, but McGeady has it on the right-hand side. McGeady, he tried to go for the far corner. It's difficult to say whether that was a shot or a cross, but it's a goal kick to Northampton Town. If that was a cross, it was a very poor delivery from Aidan McGeady, unlike him, to be honest. 0-0, and Northampton are going to bring a substitution on. Mikael Miller's coming off, and Calab
Chukwuemeka, I think.
Yeah.
Chukwuemeka.
Massive apologies if we get the name wrong, because I don't like getting people's names wrong whilst doing commentary, by the way.
Song, when it's Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Bit of singing because Terry's not doing his. Because Terry's
when we
not
resort
doing
to this, you know it's not a good game. Like,
wait, there's still some jokes I can do in the chat if you want.
We'll come to you in a minute on that, Philly. Anyway, Sunderland looking to start a decent attack. Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side.
There you go.
Aidan O'Brien finding Lyndon Gooch on the right, but Jordan Jones has it. Grant Ledbetter now. Jordan Jones on the right-hand side. Lyndon Gooch just outside Northampton's penalty area. It's a ball in from Lyndon Gooch's paw. Carl Winchester has it, chests it down just outside the penalty area. Lyndon Gooch now, a right-footed cross this time. Will Aidan McGeady bring this down? He does. Decent touch there from McGeady. It's the Aidan McGeady we like to see. Denver Hume on the left. Will Denver Hume, he goes with his right foot this time, but easily headed away by Lloyd Jones. Grant Ledbetter. A ball into the box, which McGeady will look to bring down, but easily dealt with by Fraser Ho, one of Northampton's centre-backs there. He's had a solid game this afternoon alongside Lloyd Jones. And ball looks like it's gone out for a throw to Northampton on the near left-hand side. 76 minutes gone 0-0 at the Stadium of Light. Drab game, to be honest, not the way how we wanted to end the season. But Michael, how would you think the last couple of minutes have gone of this game, mate? Not really much to talk about, to be honest.
Poor. in one word, poor. Not enough intensity when we're getting forward. Like I said earlier, I do get that you don't want to burn yourselves out too much ahead of the playoffs or get injured or suspended or anything, but come on. We've got like at least a 9-day wait after this game before the first leg.
And Jordan Jones, decent link-up play from Aidan O'Brien, but his left-footed shot goes firing over the crossbar.
Just quickly to the chat then, Jacob. The man with one of the best names in the world, Alejandro Diaz Miguez, says, cheers from Argentina. Come on, Sunderland. Hello, Argentina. Mick Griffiths says, to Taffy, I've just made a paper plane out of a calendar. The months have just flown by. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much. And
why do you not laugh at these jokes, man?
Because they're awful.
They're not awful, the mint. Right, go on.
Ha 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 ha. There you go.
Cheers, Michael. That was brilliant. Anyway, Northampton.
He's a dead boring, you two. Dead boring. Right, carry on.
Liam Cross is coming on for Mark Marshall.
Oh,
Hang on. He'll be really angry.
Ow.
Because he's cross. Oh, man, a weird man.
It's
Jacob, look at the name.
The game doesn't help. The game doesn't really help at all. Come on, Sunderland, man. It's not already been relegated. Aidan O'Brien back to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright to Aidan O'Brien inside Sunderland's own half. Not sure what he's doing there, but anyway, hopefully the start of a promising attack. Luke O'Nien to Denver Hume. Aidan O'Brien trying to give and go with Denver Hume. He does really well there. Jordan Jones, Lyndon Gooch. This is promising for Sunderland. Lyndon Gooch is going to go for a chip ball into the penalty area, and it's easily headed out by Lloyd Jones once again. Luke O'Nien with another header, a hefty header into the box, but easily dealt with by Fraser Ho this time. Approaching the final 10 minutes here at the Stadium of Light, 0-0. Philly will come to you on the live chat in just a sec as Sunderland are looking like they're going to start another promising attack, but Luke O'Nien and he does manage to keep hold of the ball. He goes to the left-hand side to Denver Hugh. Aidan McGeady now. Aidan McGeady, he saw a through pass for Jordan Jones. Chris Maguire, he's got it. Is Chris Maguire going to have a dig at goal? He does, and it's on target, but easily dealt with by Jonathan Mitchell. Decent chance for Sunderland there. Probably the most promising opportunity we've seen the last few minutes. But Philly, back to you on the live chat.
Just very quickly then, it's Wigan 3, Swindon 2. So Swindon have pulled one back. We got 319 people watching the stream. Thank you to you for that.
Thanks very much.
193 likes. Just hit the thumbs up. It'll take you a second. It's free to do so. If you're watching on a mobile device and you got the live chat open, just close that. You'll see the thumbs up. Just hit that. And if you are watching and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It's free to subscribe and it will help the channel out. It's very poor, isn't it? I mean, there's just nothing. There's nothing happening in, up front. It's just poor. I just want to cry. Anyway, what's happening now? Oh, water break. That's even even better. Just quickly, Charlton have taken the lead against Hull City.
Too little, too late.
Well, is it though? Yes, it is because Oxford is still in 6th, puts Portsmouth down to 8th now. But it is Charlton winning 1-0. Check out these scores, by the way, on the One Football app. They're all there, and you can download it via the link in the description. Back to you, back in play, Jacob.
And a long kick from Jonathan Mitchell, but easily headed back to Lee Burge from Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright goes for a throw out to Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. Is Lyndon Gooch going to launch it down the right channel? No, he doesn't. He goes to Carl Winchester inside, but Carl Winchester goes back to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien just carrying it over the halfway line on the left-hand side. Luke O'Nien to Denver Hugh. Luke O'Nien, bit of a poor touch there, but it's back to Denver Hugh. It's a decent ball in, easily dealt with by Jonathan Mitchell once again. Just that little bit of spark in the final third. Sunderland have been lacking all game this afternoon.
And obviously we're keeping Michael awake. We're keeping him up. He's big yawn on his mic there, right down his mic.
I'm really sorry. Funny enough, I'm really struggling to stay awake.
Yeah,
a minute.
Having set Bailey Wright has picked up the first
something might be happening.
Yellow card of the afternoon on a foul on Caleb Chu. I really want to pronounce his name right. I'm really, really sorry. Chukwuemeka, if that is correct.
Well, that's how I've got it down.
Chukwuemeka, isn't it?
I don't like getting players' names wrong. I'm really sorry. If that's wrong, then I deeply apologise.
Just call him Chuck. Chuck to his mates. And he's a friend of ours. Right, here we go. There's a free kick outside the area to Northampton Town. What's the bet? And this goes top corner.
Ryan Watson and the right back Sam Hoskins standing over this. The wall standing strong. Lee Burge just giving a bit of instructions to his wall. As we wait for this free kick to be taken, will this go top bins? What side will they be looking to go? It's a free kick. It's off the wall and it's in. They've scored. Lee Burge struggles to keep it out. Northampton Town are a goal up. It's a deflection off the wall. And Sam Hoskins has given the opposition the lead. Sunderland 0, Northampton Town 1 with 7 minutes to go here at the Stadium of Light. To be honest, I would say based on overall chances, they just about deserve it. It's unfortunate there. It's a wicked deflection off the wall, but it sums up Sunderland's afternoon. Very, very poor display, and it's not looking great going into the playoffs. Michael, if you've just watched the goal back now, it's a deflection off Grant Ledbetter. How would you see that?
Michael's not happy.
Is Michael there?
Oh, Michael's got a cob on. Woo!
Oh dear.
Oh.
50, how would you see that goal, mate? Awful.
I thought it was unlucky. It was a deflection.
One of those, wasn't it? Yeah.
But to be honest, we've done absolutely nothing. Fair play to Northampton. I'd just like to see what that does to us at the moment in the table. It puts us into 5th place now, which is not good because we really need to finish 3rd or 4th. So we've got to get one back here. Just 6-7 minutes left. I imagine it's not good. Right, but we've got a free kick. Let's go for it. Come on, we can do this.
Maguire's ball into the box, and it's a poor one, which Luke O'Nien, he just, I would say, gave up there, even trying to keep the ball in play. Sums up the afternoon, to be honest, from the lads.
Do you think Michael's speaking to us yet or not?
He's still foaming after that free kick, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, it's another game we haven't kept a clean sheet, even though the goal itself was a deflection.
I thought you would say, I was just waiting until you would drop that. When was the last? Was it Bristol?
You guessed right. You guessed right. If you keep clean sheets, it makes it a lot harder. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, listen. More importantly, if fans are allowed into the ground for the second leg, we lose that advantage now, because as it stands, we're going to be at home. We're going to be at home to Lincoln, and then we'll be away, and Lincoln will have fans in their ground. So that's it is important that we at
win
least
that first leg if that's the case.
Yeah. So it's it's not very good, is it? But that's typical Sunderland. Still another goal. If we can pull one back, then we're at least gonna we'll move back up to 3rd place. So let's see how we go. Back to you, Jacob.
Chris Maguire
Wimbledon take the lead.
Lyndon Gooch on the right hand side. Lyndon Gooch. Oh, it's hit the post. It's in. We've equalised. It's in. Carl Winchester has got his first goal for the club.
My
Sunderland
word!
Won. Northampton Town won.
Oh, thank God for that.
It hit one post. It hit the other post, and then Winchester. There you go. On the money.
It was actually Jordan Jones with the cross.
The
How lucky is that? I would say we don't deserve it based on an overall play, but we've got the equalising goal.
It's about, sorry, Jacob, it's about as lucky as their goal.
I would imagine. Absolutely, yeah. So Carl Winchester was never going to miss from there.
Johnny on the spot. That'll do.
Anyway, come on. He's not already down. Let's go and beat him. As they try a through ball down the right channel, which Lee Burge is going to just wait till it crosses the line out for a goal kick, which he does with ease. And it's a goal kick to Sunderland. 3 minutes to go, 1-1 here at the Stadium of Light. Plays the ball out from the back to Grant Ledbetter. Ledbetter is going to go down the left channel, and Sam Hoskins easily heads it back.
Bob Hoskins.
To Jonathan Nation. It's not Bob Hoskins, mate.
It is, man.
No, it's not.
Hoskins and Bob Hoskins and Michael Haribo. How are you, man?
Ryan Watson has come off for Morgan Roberts, by the way, for Northampton Town. Luke O'Nien is easily going to let this guy out for a goal kick. To be fair, I did rate that one for Lee, to be honest. And as we wait for Lee Burge to take this, Philly, what's the comment saying?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to check up on the other scores. It's still Oxford is still in 3rd place. Portsmouth is still getting beat 1-0. So
6th place, you meant?
Sorry, 6th place. I'd say sorry about that. Back to you. We're in play.
Carl Winchester played a boot, tried to play a ball through at Denver Hume, but Denver Hume was like, nah, I can't be asked to keep this in play. That's rubbish.
Hang on. You can't say that. Potty mouth.
I didn't swear.
You said you can't be, and then you said a French word. Right, continue.
No. That was, just very. That was poor from Hume there, to be honest. Anyway, he's got the ball now.
What's backside in French then? Just say that.
Denver Hume to Carl Winchester. Carl Winchester has drawn the foul free kick to Sunderland. 89th minute. I wonder how many minutes are going to be added on in this final home league game of the season. Luke O'Nien to Grant Ledbetter. Can Sunderland get the winning goal here? Jordan Jones out to Lyndon Gooch. He's got the overlapping option of Jordan Jones, and he goes for that option. Jordan Jones, will he get the ball into the box? And it's a decent tackle there by Caleb Chuba Wong.
Chumbawamba.
I get knocked there. And in the process of that challenge happening, Northampton have won themselves a free kick. Lyndon Gooch is not happy with the referee's decision there. Finny, back to you on the comments.
Just very quickly, Rochdale have gone 3-0 up. I don't think Tony Lee's very happy with our commentary. He's hoping for the 3 Vs back when we do the playoffs. So thanks for your support, Tony Lee. Wait till I see you. It's not what we wanted, but 1-1, and if it stays how it is, at least it'll give us home advantage on the second leg if it stays as it is. Back to you in the studio in London, Jacob Kirkbride.
Lee Burge throws it out to Bailey Wright, or rolls it out rather. Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien now to Grant Ledbetter. Grant Ledbetter just crosses the halfway line now to Carl Winchester, but it's Chris Maguire now. Chris Maguire on the right-hand side to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones, will he look to get a ball into the box? He goes for the option of Chris Maguire instead. Chris Maguire's ball in. He did aim for Aidan O'Brien, but easily gathered by Jonathan Mitchell. And there's 4 minutes of stoppage time that's gone up at the end of this final home league game of the season here. Current score 1-1 here at the Stadium of Light.
Just very quickly, 345 people on the chat. We just hit 200 likes. Thank you very much to you lot for that. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It is free to do so, and it will help us grow the channel. Back to you, Jacob.
Thanks very much, Philly. And Sam Hoskins has got the ball here to take this throw here for Northampton Town on this near right-hand side, just in front of the dugout. Sam Hoskins, and easy dealt with, volleyed away by Bailey Wright, but no high press from Sunderland, easily dealt with by Northampton as they go back to Jonathan Mitchell. That's what Sunderland have lacked most of the time today.
Just quickly again, Oxford are now 4-0 up against Burton, and Swindon Town have equalised at Wigan 3-3 now. So they're doing all right. Back to you, Jacob. We're in play.
Thank you very much. Been brilliant.
You sound like Elvis. Thank you very much.
Not quite. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Luke O'Nien, just over the halfway line to Ada McGeady, 2 minutes into stoppage time out of the 4. Ada McGeady with a switch pass to Jordan Jones on the right-hand side. Lyndon Gooch is going for the overlapping run. It's Chris Maguire, rather. Ball finds Lyndon Gooch now, though. Grant Ledbetter. Ledbetter now to Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch to Chris Maguire. Sunderland are needing this cross to come into the box any moment now. They haven't got long left in this game. Lyndon Gooch, and it's another poor through pass, which they decide to keep in Northampton Town. You would have thought they would have let that gone out. And they concede the throw. Approaching the final minute of stoppage time, can Sunderland get that all-important second goal to end the season on a high? It's not looking good so far, though. 1-1 in the final minute of stoppage time. Lyndon Gooch giving a 1-2 with Ada McGeady. Ada McGeady done well to be marked out the game there, and he goes back to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien finds Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones to Grant Ledbetter. Ledbetter now. Will Sunderland get this ball into the box? Aidan O'Brien. Aidan O'Brien to Ada McGeady, and he lost control there, but Lyndon Gooch has the ball. Lyndon Gooch looking to carry it forward. Ada McGeady now. Ada McGeady, and is Aidan O'Brien onside? He is. And Chris Maguire has it. Maguire's ball into the box. It's a decent one. McGeady, and it's easily dealt with by Lloyd Jones once again. But Denver Hume has it on the left-hand side. Denver Hume was almost fouled there, but he'd done well to stay on his feet. Denver Hume, and it's a poor delivery into the box. And no, the referee hasn't blown for full time. Sunderland will look to try and one last attack. No, I'm not finished yet. I'm sorry. Luke O'Nien on the left-hand side. Luke O'Nien to Denver Hume. Denver Hume is fouled, and this will be Sunderland's last opportunity. It's a free kick in a dangerous position. Now I can go back to you, Philly.
I was gonna say, shall I cash in for £107, or shall I let it ride for 140?
You only live once. Ride it out to 140.
No,
quid,
I've just cashed in, man. It's hey, Kaza, £107 off a £1
I'm with Phil on
bet.
this. I'd cash in.
Come on.
That'll pay for your meal tonight. Jordan Jones's free kick into the box. It's a decent one. Was there a foul in there? And nothing has been given. And the referee, he blows for full time. Last league game for Sunderland this season ends in a 1-1 draw.
Nah, not good enough.
With Northampton Town here at the Stadium of Light. So, Philly, we'll come to you on where that leaves Sunderland in the table now, going into the latter stages of the rest of the League One fixtures in the top 6 at the moment. Where does that leave us?
Well, what I've got to do, just very quickly, we're going to do all this on our live, on our review of the game anyway. So we are going to cut it short. I'll quickly tell you on the table: Blackpool 3rd, Sunderland 4th, Lincoln 5th, Oxford 6th. They're all just about finishing now. That's where it's going to be. We're going to play Lincoln at home, and then Lincoln away, and then Lincoln at home in the second leg. But what I quickly want to do before we leave you is give a shout out once again to our superb sponsors, OneFootball, the OneFootball app, fantastic app. It's the only one you'll need. Only football you'll need. Football app you need. It gives you all the up-to-minute football news on all the different teams, and your team especially, live scores during the games, transfer news, rumours. You can keep up with that through the summer. It's available to download for free via the link which is in the description. Make sure you do that. Download the OneFootball app, and once again, a big thank you to them for supporting the channel. So thanks very much. We will talk about this in the review coming up. It has finished Sunderland 1, Northampton Town 1. But that wraps it up from myself, wee Philly, from Jacob Kirkbride in the London studio, from Michael Bowers in the Bolden studio. And we'll see you very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.